Here we are. Welcome to the 126th edition of YouTube's #1 live stream. Camera's still not working, but I did buy some furniture for the studio here. I got, what did I get? A nice desk here, filing cabinet. Actually, two filing cabinets. Pretty nice. The camera's still on the pricks there on the computer. I was too lazy to put on it. I had no curtains. And even though the windows are tinted and mirrored from the outside, dark on the inside, and you don't have anything covering the window, you can see what I mean. Clearly right in, but right in enough. And I kind of like to keep the stuff like that, so I don't want to put something on here. I'll wake up tomorrow, it's going. I think I was supposed to start this time. I can't remember sometimes. All right. Got Mr. Frico. Is that the engineer? That bum. Oh my God. Anyway. Kind of a nice day, cool day here. Rained a ton. Oh my God. It rained a shitload today. Am I on the right time here, people? It's my usual time, except for daylight savings. Well, around Kiko time, that's all I can remember.
Hear me? No?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. My audio just got resolved.
I said if I'm on at the same time I'm usually on, right?
No, you're an hour later.
Yeah, that's what I thought I messed up. Ah, shit.
I was looking for you at 8:20, but it's 9:15 now.
Would have been 7:20 here. Yeah, I don't know that.
No, it's not. It's 9:18 there right now.
Now. Yeah, now. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I like a momentary lapse of reason.
Well, just remember, East Coast time is the exact same time you are, just 12-hour difference.
Yeah, I kind of trying to figure that out, but as I sat here now, I don't fucking know. You know, I thought it would have been the first time I did it, but sometimes that's how life is for me. You know?
Where are you sitting? In the bedroom or where? Sounds like you're in a tunnel.
No, I'm in my media room there.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say echo, but it just sounds like you're talking through like a megaphone kind of thing.
Yeah, I got this laptop in the corner here. And it's got something. But I got a nice desk here. I was having that haul. I saw one in there, oh man, about 3 weeks ago. And it was nice, you know. You went in there and had this little cubbyhole. You walked in, and the front part of the desk was narrow, and then it widened in the back with a filing cabinet. And man, that's what I want, you know. And when I went back, oh shit, a couple of days ago, I looked and I thought, man, I actually thought something through for a change. And I said, man, I like that. I like the brown one here, brown top, but it don't have any locking drawers. So I was thinking about it, but the chair colors like, I don't know, teal or some shit like that. So I got a couple filing cabinets, And the desk here, it's got open door with the filing cabinet next to me. It's got 2 keys, lockable, at least the top is. And I'll use my mother one for storage with the camera stuff. I just, I don't know, not motivated lately. I got that, what do you call it going on here? They just, they started, what is Monday? Digging a little extension so I could put the double wide and the gas stove out there. Plus, with storage on the other side. My wife's washing machine out there too. She wanted to be able to, she wanted it outside really, and I thought, oh, yeah, it's a simple function. 5,000 pesos. You can't, fucking thing lasted a week, I'm happy. But I said to this newer guy that came carpenter, I said, well, I like, when you open the door from the inside, I want kind of a partition there so people can't look straight in. This guy, I wish I had him before because this guy knows his shit, man. So they had to tear the wall apart in the shower. Remember I said it was leaking? Well, now I got a ton of fucking ants. But they don't have it blocked on the outside for what the CR off the bedroom. Which I'm not happy with. Any kind of critter can get in that one. But right by the septic, so I don't want that mortar to fucking, chip away and the fucking water just pours in there, So, I didn't get no curtains yet, but this guy's pretty good. The guy doing it now. He found out, and I don't know whether it was it's one of these guys when I went to Wilcon, one of the, home stores or whatever you want to call it. And one guy goes, oh, I know how to put that heater in there. So we got him in there. This fucker's gonna work. Unless you got to have the shower on for 20 minutes. I don't know. So I thought, great idea, I should have just said no. Anytime anybody says, well, I can do that, and you're not a fucking plumber, electrician, forget it. So the carpenter guy, the newer guy, it turns out it wasn't a floor drain because it only happened when the water supply was in the pipe outside because the bump gun and the general CR here leaks. One of the guys probably trying to pull it a little further than it could have, and he should have. So that was, he took it apart. It looked like shit. We put it together, and I got four placement tiles because they're kind of big. They were 30 by 60 or some shit. And I thought I should have got two boxes because there's one in there where that got chipped. So, I'm thinking, well, he's going to see that and he's going to put a regular one. Fucking put that together, man. It looks like some place that got remodeled, like on a second-hand fucking crew or some shit, But anyway, it's done. Problem was that the elbows that the water came out of, that the fittings went into for the heater, those were cracked. So those could have been cracked from, well, they were cracked on the bottom too, but that was from pressure, back pressure. The shit was going the opposite direction. So it cracked. And then it cracked upstairs, and I'm thinking, I got one in the bedroom. I'm used to cold showers, man. I ain't gonna fuck with that. I gotta open up the valve because it's gotta run through it. So, live and learn, you know. This dude, though, he's pretty good, man.
I didn't realize you have an upstairs.
No, not upstairs. This is one floor. Why would you think upstairs?
You just said you had a shower upstairs.
I don't know. Probably used to talk in the mother house.
Oh,
Well, what I meant was the general one that everybody uses, you know.
right.
But ours, when I walk in there, the floor is warm, so you know there's a big opening where the pipe comes out. I just don't like the way the dirt is. It's kind of like forming a river. It starts through the the soiled fucking mud. And you could walk there a week after it rained, and you'd still feel the moisture.
Do any? I know it's a stupid question, but do any of the construction workers go to a trade school at all, or are they just kind of? Is it all on the job training?
Oh, on the job. You learn from this person. That doesn't mean that they're going to be good or bad, but I don't think a certificate needs a whole hell of a lot around here. But it got done, you know, so yeah, it just the thing that sucks, and you should probably be looking out for it or expect it to happen, is all this work that him and this other guy did was all going over somebody else's work, you know, so there was some progression there. You know, I actually lost money because I had to pay another couple. I had to pay 2 guys instead. We had 4 guys before. These dudes, you know, they saw me coming. They get out the sandpaper that had no fucking grit on it anymore. It was just paper. You know, and they're acting like they're sand, and you're all in one area. You know, and yeah,
I mean that's what I mean. How do you know when you're getting good workers? I mean, are these just you get one person, like you said, maybe it's a brother-in-law, and then he's got like 4 or 5 relatives, right? They may not know what they're doing, but they're going to work for him, right?
These guys here know enough from observation. At least the guys that give a shit. You know, if they figure if they're not getting paid skilled, then why bother? But the guys from before, you know, these 2 guys. I mean, I had these doors. You know, I should never got them anyway. It's just poor quality. The dude doesn't change his fucking router bit. You can tell it's duller than shit. You know, but I do it anyway. And then I could have got one at Realcon hardware store for $39, and I bought these for $4,000 a piece. And you put in the time that they had to be worked on and reworked. So there's a huge fucking loss right there. But the 2 guys, one of them was a leftover from before, and this other guy that is from up on, I don't know how old the guy is. I keep saying old guy. He fucking could be younger than me, but they did 1 day of prep and 1 day paint with a quick drying enamel. That's where you get that lock and little shine, you know. I think I noticed the doors over by Simon's there on videos, but that's what it was, you know. I mean, I hate to ask the questions all the time, but you know, I understand these other guys want to make money, and I get that, but don't fucking abuse this shit. You know, when I saw the brother of mine here for 5.5 hours in the CR in my room, painting a fucking a border strip that bordered the concrete wall and the tile, you know, transition piece. He goes and paints that light blue like the walls, and it was darker blue, but I never told him to do that. You know, if I can't tell you how many times I said, well, I don't need no tray ceiling. I just want it, you know, corner to corner, just regular. No crown molding. Fuck me. It happened anyway. because he wanted to do one so bad and showed me how well he could do it. It looks good, but I'm like the last one, the first one to ask for money and last one to ask what they think of what's being done. So, Simon, if you're out there, don't, you know, you better have your building done before that, because you'll be beside yourself and fucking, you know, and you're gonna stroke out, because that's just the way it is, man. You know. But the one guy did a shitty job on the doors. When I told the brother, I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I started getting pissed. I go, 5.5 fucking hours on me. What are you doing? And the other guy came over and he was laughing. I said, motherfucker, man, I might look like I'm fucking dumb, but I'm not. So you're not getting over on me. I'm letting you. It's fucking number one right there, you know. Don't, you know. So, and when I complain about it, you get shut down. You're not supposed to do that. And everybody's got a financial problem. They need to make money. So I asked the guy, because her uncle's hurt his arm or his shoulder, something's always happening. Got a body part. Why can't make it? You know, so he sent the other guy. I'm glad he did it too. You know, so this piece out here, I said, I'm glad I asked this guy kind of roundabout way. I said, hey, how long do you think of? You building it's 6 foot deep and I don't know what wide, if it's 6 feet wide or 7 feet wide. That'll allow me to buy the cabinetry there, the hardware, if it fits 6 foot, you know. Gotta have a little room on one side because the gas, propane tank for the stove. But I said, well, how long do you think it'll take to get that done? He said, that's what, 4 or 5 weeks? He goes, yeah, 5 weeks. Okay. I was gonna make that whole area just a big booming, huge living room. But based on my experience from before, I said, no. I'll just go with the little extension because as small as it may sound, you say 84 square meters, this is plenty big enough. You know, when you're supposed to reduce in size, you know, when you become, you know, when people start leaving the house. This is, I got sliding glass door that I'll never, you know, once I have an end, I'll never use that once this construction's done. But it's just, it's shit, man. I don't know. Let's see. It ain't, you would have to know how to, you'd have to specially baby this fucker, open and close all the time. So, you know, just leave it alone. You know, you're gonna put a big curtain up there. I haven't set the TV up because I don't have a curtain up there, and I don't want the neighbors to be able to view, you know, see what I got. They already had a couple of thieves trying to check it out and come by. You know, they're trying. I think I don't see them. They're trying to see what's in here.
I wonder if Simon's out there today. He should be done early. I wonder how he feels about the election they had last night in their country.
In this country?
Yeah, in England.
You know that for what?
I'm sure he's not. Yeah, their whole parliament, whatever. Yeah, I bet he's not too happy today.
What did the Indian dude win again?
No. The opposite party.
No.
The opposite party. It's called the Labour Party one.
Yeah, you fucking tall
which is, from what I understand, more like the socialist, right, party. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, that place is kind of like that already. They're kind of like that already, though. You know, they got their money's worth more than ours, but that's within the UK. So, it's a difficult, to me, it's a touchy balance, man, because you have to work all that shit with, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and all that. It's all gotta click.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the months and years to come. I mean, they think they got it bad now. Just wait.
You know what? The people of today are so used to whoever screams the loudest, fucking squeaky wheel gets the grease, and they have nobody. Well, they look at us when we complain. They think, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" Well, the fucking point is, you earn shit, and you don't take from. You don't take from, well, I don't even know if there's a lower middle class anymore or upper, but I didn't work all my fucking life to have somebody else reap the benefits of my fucking money, I mean, don't fuck with my money. I mean, out of all the things in this world somebody can do, fucking Biden, he could, come on now, all of a sudden they're going, this guy's, fucking, he don't know shit. Well, he didn't know that shit when he got in office. And then he got camel toe there. That chick, that's like the Washington, like the White House has half a fucking brain between the two of them. She's terrible. She's underqualified. She has no business being a Condoleezza Rice, somebody like that. Yeah. But a fucking attorney general from California, Mr. fucking liberal state there, But people let this shit happen, People sit back there and they bitch and they don't go out and vote. It's awfully disheartening when you see the choices you got. And all these fucker guys do is trade insults, personal insults, Oh yeah, they're gonna give his rich friends. I got him and Bernie Sanders together. They're both fucking millionaires. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, Trump gave a huge tax break to his friend. They get to enjoy that thing too. People don't realize that shit. They get the same. You know what Trump said? Dave Chappelle had a show, and he said one thing that he said was true, or he wondered how. And this is true statement too, because. Trump had said some time ago, not that long ago, some time ago. He said, yeah, these elections are rigged. And so I said, how do you go? Well, because I used them. I used the same shit. I did the same stuff. That they let everyone get away with. He was the only one ever to admit that he used the system. The way the system's in place is, so all these fuckers got to do is sling mud at each other.
Remember that group Styx in the 70s? They had the perfect title, Grand Illusion. Grand Illusion. Oh, remember that?
Styx.
That's what it is. That's what the whole game is. It's just one big illusion.
You watch a movie, Eddie Murphy, Distinguished Gentleman, and the thing is exactly what it is there. They got, well, if you want to vote, I introduce a bill. If you want to pass, you got to vote for my shit. No matter whether you like that stuff or not. So I'd have to be independent because fucking dumb is dumb, man. I'm not fucking nobody over. These dudes, the Russ, not Russ Feingold, the other Russ Johnson, I think, Wisconsin. His family owns S.E. Johnson Wax, I believe. It's not a fucking product. And that guy, yeah. I mean, I think his salary is $90,000 a year. But before once he went into office, the fucker made millions.
Oh yeah, that's the whole name. That's the whole name of the game.
I gotta say this, man. I occasionally watch on I'll get on YouTube without logging on. So I get a lot of the congressional hearings for nominees for Supreme Court or whatever. And these fucking people, they asked the senators, Kennedy, Cruz, and the guy from Missouri, Kevin something. But they want a straight up answer for a straight up question. And they fucking, all of them. Senator, thank you for that question, but I cannot. Are you fucking, what? You know, you're this particular one, they want to be one of the Supreme Court justices. And you don't get any answers out of these fuckers. It's all of them. And it's like, well, they had one lady the other day that actually acknowledged a couple of things. You know, one guy said, well, you know, you're the deputy, you're in charge of the fucking thing. You don't know what's going on. What do you even do? You know, I would have answered that, Senator, but I didn't bring that with me. Are you fucking serious? You're going before a congressional hearing to become a Supreme Court justice, and you didn't do your fucking homework? You came there just to play badminton with the fucking senators? And the first person that ever told me I go, you ain't getting my vote, you're fucking out. I'd yield my time to somebody else. I ain't wasting my time with this fuckers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all a big power grab. That's all it is.
You know what? When you watch, the bitch of it is, you know, when you're a kid, you go, all you knew was, oh, this guy's bad, this guy's good. But when you ask the question, when you see these guys are all, I mean, all almost lawyers, or you know, that knowledge and background in the fucking trade, the profession, and they don't ask a question they don't have the answer. So you know, they got it right in front of them. Any statement, you know, one lady said, "Oh, I went through my Marxist period, you know, when you're in college or whatever. You know, you got all the answers, but you got, you know, none of them are solution." And I you know, if I'm one of those guys sitting there, I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious, man? You would." I'm no voting that fucker and tell them what an asshole they are. Fucking disgrace, you know. You can't even get a legitimate, straight up fucking answer to a straight question.
It's all game to get your cronies in and get them a piece of the pie. That's all the whole game is. It has been for decades.
Yeah. Well, when you start to gain a little knowledge of what's happening, you're hoping against hope that. But these guys, they just badger these fuckers because they got it coming. You know, these fuckers don't. Like I said, they don't get a straight up answer. I mean, you wouldn't pick any of them. But after all of that badgering, they voted. You know, fucking one of those losers is going to get a permanent seat. Those guys are the ones that really run the country. They're the movers and shakers, man.
Yeah, you watched it. A lot's going to change in the next week in this country.
You know what? I honestly, I could see after Mighty Joe, what his sidekick there in the wings. To me, there's no fucking way that woman would ever get a nomination for president from any fucking party. You know, if they did, they'd be hoping for her to lose. But she's going to play that race card too. Although she's Indian and Jamaican or something. Because
the whole gig now is going to be who's in charge of all that campaign cash, the hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what the real fight is for. Yeah,
I might be missing something, but Trump didn't get no nomination for a Republican Party, did he?
Not yet. Hasn't been official. They do that at the conventions.
That Tulsi Gabbard chick, she's kind of going in there as an independent. She would be a good one. I like what I hear. Although, you know,
Oh, talk is cheap. Okay, they all talk the good talk.
Yeah. But you know what? Things get swung so drastically because one party gets in there and fucking goes 360, you know, 180. And then the other guys come back, and you know it's back and forth, back and forth. So all I got to say is, I'd rather have the absent-minded fucking scarecrow. Don't fuck with my Social Security money. You know, because I could see Trump making it $200 instead of 174 for Medicare. But, you know, I mean, some guys have good points and some guys have bad points, and, you know. No, it's all a fucking money game with these bastards. You know? We got in the background here, we got two. That don't include us, doesn't it?
I don't know who's in the comments. Who's that?
Oh, new guy. Oh, my God. Blue butterfly, come on, yeah. Oops. You're Canadian or is that
How do you
Christian?
get that?
Yeah, it could be Christian, some kind of side. Blue butterfly. Who'd think of that? What's her name? Said she's having a kid, February 15th, something like that, 25th. The dude, from what I gather, I think this guy's got 4 kids, 4 daughters. You know, I mean, he works at a Dollar General, 40 minutes away from where they live. I wish the best for her, man, but I don't think, you know. No, I don't know. Blue butterfly or whoops. Blue butterfly from? He's probably from your neck of the woods. Michael sent me a message. Well,
Michael.
He called me the other day, and yesterday.
Called you on your phone?
Well, yeah. You know,
Wow.
What do you call that? Well, we had some questions about Social Security, shit like that. And I was busy with this house stuff here. So I called back today, and he hadn't been on like almost the whole day. So, I don't know.
I don't think he doesn't do live streams anymore, does he?
Not that I know of. He said he was taking a break from that stuff.
I guess.
I guess so. Maybe his livelihood doesn't depend on. Yeah, you can work. Well, he was observing.
You listening out there, Michael?
He was observing the last couple
What's that?
times. He was watching the last couple of weeks, I guess. I guess they move into their own house now or something, or done or some shit.
Michael?
Yeah. And I got some niece with them too, or something other. Something like that.
I don't know. I haven't heard. Someone said he got his VA thing straightened out, got some money from that. So.
Well, I didn't, I knew they were talking about before, buying a house. That was last year in the summer. It was going to be January. And I don't know what happened with that. But that's a whole show discussion right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you're having all your issues building a place, and I wouldn't. If I was there, I'd just rent because, like we were talking, you don't know who you're getting to build. You don't know how skilled they are, how many times you're going to have it done over, because the first one or two people didn't do it right.
Most of these windows and or doorways are not square.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But pretty close to your eyeball and shit. That's pretty good. Much closer than I could ever get it. But the thing is with this, you can put screws into concrete. It's not like wood where you add a shim. You score it up. I mean, you got a eyeball.
That's what I mean. Your walls to your house, all it is hollow block, right? On the inside and the outside.
Yeah, 6 outside, 4 inches.
So it's 4-inch hollow block, and your interior walls is just the other side of that hollow block, right? And it's just
No.
No.
Yeah, 6-inch exterior, 4-inch interior.
Okay, but I mean that same block that is your outside surface is also your inside surface, right?
No. Yeah, rebar and concrete.
Right. And what they do is they call it rendering, where they put the putty on the inside to make the wall look flat or stuccoed or whatever you want to call it. It's smooth, right? Because there is no sheetrock or anything there, right? So
sandpaper, man.
Right.
They knocked down quite a bit of these other two floors. So either this was left by design, or if it wasn't by design, it's an awfully shitty thing to do, and you have to have 2 guys come behind.
Yeah.
All these other guys.
When you paint your inside, you're just painting that rendering that they do, right? The mud that they use to smooth out the interior of the wall.
Finished, they get smoothed over,
Right, and then you just paint that, correct? That's what you paint. And how many coats do they put onto that?
2.
2.
Always 2.
Did they use rollers, or how do they paint?
Yeah, they use a roller. I can roll it about 5 inches. But it gets done, When they went over this one, the color I got in this second time, it looked really nice.
Okay, I got a question. Did they paint the walls first, or did they tile the floor first?
Oh, yeah. I tiled the floor first.
Yeah.
I noticed on here, I have no door trim in the inside here. I think he just said, fuck it, ain't doing it. But if you look at some of it, you'll see that the baseboard part, it goes into the door frame.
Yeah.
So to put it on top of it would look stupid.
So do you have a baseboard all along where your tile meets the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And how do they attach that? Since it's cement on cement, right?
Yeah, I think they liquid nailed the fuck out of that. They're quite wanted there. Yeah.
And what kind of the trusses for your roof? Is that metal or is it wood?
Trusses? Oh, it's all metal.
It's all metal trusses. Okay.
Yeah, I don't fuck with termite wood.
So your top, what is your ceiling made of? Do you know?
Concrete. Oh, no. That's a Hardy Flex.
Okay.
Kind of like sheetrock, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But, like, unlike ours, that where we mud, we put the tape down, and then the mud, because both those boards are tapered of the sides of the board, they use epoxy here, man. They
Now,
don't fucking.
do you have like a climb up hole where you can like store stuff up there between your
No,
ceiling
there's
and your
only,
roof? Or
no, there's only an access panel for uh, electrician to get up
no,
there.
is that the only access?
Yeah. Yupper.
You know, like some houses here, they have out in the garage, they have like a drop down ladder, and you
Oh
can
yeah, I've had
climb
those.
up in there and store stuff.
Well, I'm sure they could put one in there, but what are you gonna frame it to if you got a wooden thing and you got metal around you, and then the metal ain't that, then you know all that fucking, it ain't gonna be able to hold that.
All right.
This is- So your storage is what I'm doing right now, back of that little section for the stove and refrigerator is storage. And I wanted it to be only accessible from the inside.
Yeah.
And,
My oldest brother has a house in North Carolina. It's just one story, and they don't have a basement there, right? So
Mhm.
he was telling me one time how his water heater was leaking, and it was coming through the ceiling in the garage. I said, "What? Where's your water heater?" And it was up in the ceiling above the garage.
Should have been in the garage.
No, it was up above the ceiling in the garage.
That's,
Isn't that
nah.
crazy?
Yeah. You know, as small as those suckers are, and you got, as a matter of fact, you got in Florida, their father-in-law had one. I think it was like not even 4 feet, maybe. I don't even know, but it was real small. It was almost like if it wasn't a steam type. Not very
Yeah,
good.
because isn't it like a building code here? If you have a gas water heater or gas furnace, it's got to be elevated so many inches off the floor or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
minimum 6 square.
yes,
It'd be
some,
David would be the one to ask about that.
yeah,
I think his is up. I'm not sure.
yeah. I don't think he has basements where he's at, right? He's just
Florida, you got the washer and
he's in
dryer.
Arkansas, so I don't think he has a basement. But
No, they
I,
don't. No, they don't. No.
I don't know. Was he on last night?
I have no idea. I don't watch it.
That's right. I didn't even. What did I do? I don't know. I must have gone to bed fairly early.
It'd be my morning.
Right. So
No,
we're having a pretty warm spell here. I'm not crazy about it. My air
you just
conditioner is still out, so
you say
we
that
bought
shit
a
to get
window.
me.
Huh?
You say that shit to get me going.
Yeah, I know. See, it's going to hit 90 a couple of days. Or it did about a week and a half ago. It was 90 for like 3 days in a row, and I was
Oh,
thinking, man, I don't know if I could ever survive in the Philippines if I can't deal with this stuff. But I don't know.
air conditioning, man. You get the wife half naked. You fucking.
Well,
I got.
our air conditioners broke. We had to get a one big window unit, and
Yeah.
that's what we're using right now because it took a month to get the part in. I'm like,
What?
what
What?
do we live in this world? It's an A coil, the where the Freon is. You know how it blows over the A coil to cool the plate,
Yeah.
right? So that A
Mhm.
coil, they said it's taken a month to get. So
Well, I can only surmise that it's probably from Canada.
I don't know, but I
I
mean,
hear.
come on, a month. This is the
Yeah.
world of Amazon and FedEx overnight. A month. Come on,
Yeah, the
it's
fucking
got to be
search.
on. It's got to be on the slow boat from China. That's all I
Uh,
can think of.
yeah. What I learned from my first experience when I had my house, and the one before the last one that when Rose first got it, she wasn't there yet. I bought it in 2006, and I was watching Super Bowl, like I don't know, it was 2007 or whatever. And I'm like, man, it's fucking cold in here. Man. I had the ex-wife, can I come over here? Because it's freezing here. She said, yeah. So I get a new furnace. The one in there was like an obsolete model. It was Canadian. And it either had you couldn't get parts or you had to wait forever to get parts. And the guy told me, he said, yeah, I told the people that lived here before, if next time they're gonna have to get a different one because they don't stock these parts anymore. So I'm watching them put the new one in. So they put the inlet and outlet, with the stuff in there and they're changing it. And I made it listen to this guy talk. And now the new one cost me like $2,400. I forget what the fuck it was, something like that. One guy worked with, you paid too much, whatever. Okay, I had the money, I don't give a shit. He had to pay me, to get out of the house. So I'm listening to the guy. He says, yeah, when them pipe, they put them up, I go, man, those the inlet and the exhaust, they're pretty high up. Yeah, if you're not that high up there, and you have a lot of snowdrift or snow, and when that outside air comes in it and meets the cold shit, it freezes up. It gives you the icicle. And in this case, unbeknownst, I had to educate myself here. That fucking thing was so low because the snow, it blocked the in and exit. All that thing did was you could hear a click going through its changes. It cost me a lot of money to listen to that fucking clicking, the heat exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, I didn't go, hey man, the fuck are you? I said, well, yeah, that's why I had to get a new one.
Yeah.
Because, and they knew it. I know they knew it. They had to have known it last time they were there to service the fucking thing. Because if you don't, I didn't think I'd have to bother with that shit because I took it for granted that everybody knew what the fuck they're doing,
I had an incident one time where my furnace wasn't working. We had a big snowfall, right? And here the snow was piled up so high on the roof, upper, where your vent is going out your roof, right? To the furnace. Well, so, and that's a safety feature. So the snow was blocking that, so the furnace would never kick on, as the safety feature is intended, right? So I don't know how I figured it out. Maybe I looked online or something, talked to somebody, and it just said clear out from around that exhaust. And sure enough,
yeah,
that's what it was. Instead of paying a guy, $100 to come out just to tell you that.
That vapor, I don't know what that's called. That the one that gets greenhouse gases or whatever.
I think it's so carbon monoxide. Backflow doesn't.
So I got a new roof for that house because I had a little bit of a leak around that. I think it's a lead pipe. But anyway, next to me was a duplex, so of course the drifts come down. I had drift more than anybody else, so I thought, well, I need a new roof. If I go and buy a new roof, the windows and all of that shit, and the thing was still leaking. I thought, what the fuck? So I went up there with some roofing tar, and built up a nice little collar of it around that pipe, and I had no problem. But the lady that bought it from us, the fucking ceiling fan just came crashing down on it, man. I didn't think it was that bad off, because I nailed it. And I'm up there, and I got brand new roof gutters, soffits, windows, doors. And I thought, Well, that's a pretty high. That's a pretty high stack of stone. I'll just jump off it, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I was fucking wrong, man. My feet went right through that fucker to the bottom.
Huh.
And you know, I went from something who I thought was going to be fun to something that you shouldn't do. And, anyway, it was. I put a lot of money in that place. It was when we bought it in the 90s, after the kids were born. So it was like 94, I think we bought it, and it was we bought it for
That's the same year I bought one. Same year.
We bought it for 79,000, and when we put it up for sale, because my ex-wife saw this cut colonial. You know, had 4 bedrooms upstairs, had the family room and the living room in back, and family room. You know, so I thought, well, one guy wanted to give us 111 right away. If we moved out tomorrow, I said, we can't do that. I think we ended up selling it for 90 something. But we put that down on the other house. And that place was a nice house, but
What year was that you sold it?
sold that one, could have been around 2000, because we were in baseball, like P-ball. The kids were born in 92, end of 92, I think. Yeah. So 99, 2000, something like that.
Is that when you split up too?
No, it was after the other one. So downstairs, I mean, it had a finished lower level, but it really wasn't. It wasn't. You couldn't do much with it. You know, that way where the pillars were. You know, they had maybe an office type thing for a desk, and that was about it. It wasn't your lower rec room where you put a huge TV in it and all that shit. And the problem when that thing was built, the wall had moved in a little, but it never moved at all when we got it or after she got rid of it. Because the problem was there was no weight on it. You know, the house was extended beyond that, you know, like 2 or 3 feet. And there was nothing there to keep it from moving. So when the ground moved, it moved, you know. So they had to put some huge ass shims, if you call it that. But that's why it moved in the first place. And we bought the house in what, 2000? Shit. 2020, so early 2000. And they
is that the one you just moved out of?
Nah,
Oh.
that was like 2 houses ago.
Wow.
That was
the last one you had in Wisconsin before you moved to the Philippines. When did you get that one?
2019 maybe.
Really?
2018.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had a bankruptcy too before that, 2014. And the Army or the VA gave me another loan. I thought to myself, well, these guys ain't gonna give me. I had always heard that there's X amount of dollars that you got. And once you used it, that was it.
Yeah.
But no, it ain't like that, man.
So how many is that the second or more times that you used the VA loan?
When?
No, you said you used it again. How many times did you use the VA loan?
Twice.
Twice. I didn't know you. Like you said, I didn't think you could do that. I thought there was a set amount.
Yeah, I did too. And the loan guy goes, "Hey, I was mad. They give you another one but you got to wait like 5 years or something like that."
Oh, I never used mine, not one.
Nah, you know what?
I have the certificate, you know, because I know someone told me, hey, you better You better send away for that. So I do have the certificate, but I never used it.
You don't need that, man. You'll get the fucking thing. That's what they're there for. To want to be your gopher, you know. It's a whole lot different today. You know, the way you're talking with that paper, that was like it's 1970s or something. It ain't nothing like that today. Everything's fast. You know, you can get electronic signature on there. You know, put it on it, whatever. It's a pretty cool little thing to do. But I thought that same thing about the loan. And the guy goes, "Oh, apparently you don't, man. You get a whole whatever." But all it really does is save you $100 or adds about $100 to $200 more to your mortgage by not having that down payment. And you know, if you're buying something today, it'd be like $250,000 as opposed to when I bought it for $177, 2006. It was just me at the time, so I never even go. I had a different girlfriend living in there, but I didn't. She came in December 13th, so we had our taste of winter. You know, I couldn't go to work one day. I had to cancel bus service. It was just, oh my God, the drift. Everybody on both sides of me, they got nothing. I got the drift. You know, they had snow covered, but they didn't have the drifts I had that were 10, 12 feet high. You know, but my neighbor, he about broke down and cried. He was my dad's age, Johnny Joe. Carol, I could have bought their house for 166 and the fuck had an extra family room on it. It had cost them 40 grand back in the 70s, man. Oh, but the only thing turned me off from those is that side drive. It's a motherfucker, man. When it snows and you got a garage that's set back from the back door, and you got to do like 50 feet. Man, fuck that. I went through that shit. Then the snowblower I had, half of it only worked because it snapped his shear pin. Oh my God. That was, so therefore after that I said to myself, I ain't getting no one that's a mile fucking long from the road. So I got the one I had in Greenfield there, and it had short. There's no sidewalk there, so you felt like you were, in the northern part of the state.
Yeah, I think I was about the same as you. I've got a house in '94. I think I paid $48 for it because I got lucky. There was an oil field engineer who was out of a job and he had to get rid of it. So he just wanted what he owed on it, so I got it for $48. Just a ranch, no base. That was in Oklahoma. No basement.
Oh.
It was only like 1,100 square feet, a very small 3-bedroom ranch. But hey, it was a good price. So
1,100 ain't bad.
1,100 square feet, yeah. But I only got to live there 4 years.
I was in one that was.
I got kicked out of it in 2000 or '98. I got kicked out of it.
I was in one that they built for the service guys when they came home from World War II.
Right.
No basement. When a guy came over from a cable company, he goes, "Where's the basement door?" There ain't no basement.
In Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, it was just a slab of fucking concrete, and they just
figured they all had basements there. Everywhere up north has basements, I thought, but not necessarily.
It's kind of almost up there. It's kind of, you got a mound there, a lot of mound systems, But I wouldn't. I would love to live and retire. The only thing I thought of now, because I'm at the age I am, I thought to myself, man, I should be doing nothing but old people's shit. But it ended up pretty good for me.
It's like now. I mean, we're in the situation, my mom's house, the house I grew up in, I would buy that, you know, but my family wants to sell it for, whatever top dollar it'll get. So they all get their piece. So
Well, if you went to them with this where you're if you wait, market value is going to suck in a couple of years, I'm sure. Because what happened in 2008 when I bought mine in '6 was the house I bought for 177. The people before me bought it for 144. And when the fucking market crashed, the value at home went from 127 to 121.
yeah,
Overnight. And I tried to get out of that thing, and I had to pay them $8,000. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. So this past time where they had the government knew how to fucking slow that shit down and cover it up, before they didn't. And that's when gas went from 180 to 4 something. Yeah. But I ended up where I ended up, and a lot of plus and minuses with that construction thing. It's just experiencing that. It's
yeah. Like I said, if I do end up ever going there, I'm just gonna rent because you've got a different situation because you got Mateo and you want to leave it to him, your wife, so they have a place to live.
yeah.
But I don't think the wife ever wants to go back there now because our kids would stay here, the grown kids. So
Vacations are for
I think that happens with a lot of Filipinos. They don't want to go back to retire because their kids want to stay here.
Well, what you do is, like my neighbor, he's got a 2-bedroom. A lot of houses in Florida will have a lot of the 2 bedrooms will be on opposite sides of the house.
Right.
So it's pretty nice. And they do a few Wisconsin rental properties anyway, but that was $1,000 a month.
Yeah, they call it mother-in-law's room or something like that.
Yeah. I thought that was a little hut in the back of the house. But the thing is, I'm the one left out of the dialogue here. So,
my wife's got to go today, get her U.S. passport.
What?
For that. I said my wife has an appointment at the post office to have her U.S. passport done because it's her first time since becoming a citizen, right? She's applying for the U.S. passport, so she got to go in person. So
that's it. It's like it's like you're out there in 10 minutes, man.
Well, hopefully, yeah. Because she's newly naturalized, right? She's got her photo and got the form filled out. All she got to do is write the check, right? So.
No, you had to make an appointment because they take a separate postal employee, probably a supervisor, and they're the ones that handle it. Unless they changed it, I doubt they changed it. But I went in there when I got my first one. This ex-girlfriend I had went to Dominican. And oh man, I ain't got one. I don't believe it. 2 months. I got it like in 2 weeks, and I went there, and it was like your name, address, birth date, and all that shit, where you live, parents' name, and boom. It was nothing to sweat. But at first, I go, oh man. I was told, oh, you ain't gonna get that chip for like 2 months, I got it like 2 weeks. That was back in 2012, I think, 2011. Mine's good now till 2029, 2030, so I ain't worried about that one though. They can keep the. I'll take the voluntary trip. I'll go down to maybe want to go down to Manila just to have a little vacation on top of the vacation.
And I think also the Philippine consulate is having they travel around to different cities, right, to help people do their stuff. So she's going to try to do her dual citizenship stuff. I think the end of this month when they come to our city.
Does she have a green card?
No, she became a U.S. citizen. So now she's got to try to get her dual citizen, her Philippine.
You go to Philippine consulate.
That's what I mean. They have what's called an outreach program. Normally we would have to go to New York City, but they're coming to our city the end of this month. So
I was going to say
at that time.
I thought you would have to go to D.C. or something like that.
No, I think it's New York City is for us. But since we just wait till they have these outreach programs, and then, I think she might. My daughter's under 18. She might try to do for her too. But
that it's not a big as deal as you think. Like,
well, we'll see. And I might. At that time, I might ask them about the SRRV visa for me, the military retirement one.
Well, it could be anything.
I'll ask them what do I have to do to start that process.
You don't get, it's just a retirement visa. That's what it is. You asked Michael about that one. That's what he did.
Yeah. From what I understand, $1,500 you got to put up. Yeah,
well, there are different formulas and different things. We're older. If we were 30, well, this is what problem there with China. There were 35-year-old retirees coming over.
Right.
So the money amount and all that shit different when you're 50, but you're 62 now. So it's nothing. It's really nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it's 1,500. I just want to know, while I'm here in the States, what do because they normally want like a police background check from your country, right? So.
You know what I do? You know what you do? You either do it over here or you come over here like me, because I've been here over a year and a half.
But what I mean is, while I'm still here in the States, I want to know what do I need to do while I'm here, instead of getting over there like you and then finding out, oh, you got to get this from your home country, Yeah. I want to get all that stuff beforehand.
It depends on the folks that you talk to from the Philippine consulate.
Right.
Based on their knowledge, because when I went to Chicago, they had a couple of newer people. And it got to a point where they didn't even answer the phone.
Well, these people that come around and do the outreach, they seem to be pretty good, and they get stuff done. So hopefully that'll be the case, because they're out of New York City, so they deal with all kinds of immigration, questions and stuff. So.
Well, Philippine immigration, not Mexican.
Right. No, well, yeah, that's all I'm concerned about is the Pinoy one. The thing to do now is you go to your courthouse or wherever you were married or get proof of marriage, proof of, you guys ever filed that shit? Where you, when your Filipino has a kid here or in America, you have to file a report of birth, report of marriage. Yeah, we probably got to do that too. No, you're supposed to do that a long time ago. Well, yeah, but you got to go to the consulate, and that for us, it was New York City, so I wasn't going to go there just for that. What it is, you get all that paperwork together. You got to get all your kids with her. How many you got with her? 3? We got their birth certificates and our marriage license. That's what you need. What you do is you gather all that shit. You send it to that consulate. They'll forward it to Manila. Manila will process it.
You get a piece of paper, it's like a yellow piece of paper, the background's yellow.
Right.
Philippine report of birth, you get all that, and then then your kids can get,
Dual citizenship.
yeah, well, they're automatic because they're born to
Well, see,
American.
I don't even have to send it to the consulate because we're going to see them in person. You know, we have an
This-
appointment with them. So, and
This
then
is,
they're going to take all that stuff and they'll send it back to Manila.
this is what they do. They'll give you will get once you do the report of birth, they will get a Philippine passport that makes them dual citizen. They used to do a letter. They don't do that no more. I mean, nothing says dual citizen like a passport from other countries.
Do you have 2 passports for your son?
Yeah, he's got 2.
And does your wife have 2?
She did, but she let her green card expire.
Mm. Oh, she never got her U.S. citizenship, right?
No.
Okay, all right.
I used to see a lady that interviewed us. Oh, dude, I ain't shit.
You told me.
About 5 foot fucking tall at that. These hands never wash dishes kind of fingernail. A purple pleated skirt with a white blouse with huge knot. I mean, that was like, what? Oh,
I guess it made an impression on you. Huh?
whoa, Lord, I'm fucking telling you, I better shit never smelled either. But anyway, you can get those report of birth forms from the consulate. They'll send them to you. So you
Well, they'll
get that.
have them when we go there. They'll have the forms.
Hey Gary,
They bring all that with them.
you can jump that fucking thing right away and do that yourself. And that's all you gotta do is get the paper. They'll say what they do is they take your American marriage certificate and American birth certificates and they transform them into a Philippine
Right.
passport and marriage.
So then you got to pay the fee for the Philippine passport, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that money.
Sure.
And don't you have to have a photo for that passport? You got to have one of those
Sure.
things, right?
Yeah, you better get a bunch of 2x2s all you. No matter what, get fucking 10 of them because your kids are kind of older now, but when they're younger like mine, because after 5 years old, you have to show a difference.
But what I mean is, if they're more than 18 years old, it doesn't matter. They can't do it, right? Because they're adults.
Well, there's still you still do the report of birth.
Well, we can try. I mean, you and I know that once you hit 18, you're an adult, and that all the rules change, right?
The point of it is you never got the report of birth or the report of marriage.
Right.
All that's doing is justifying that these guys are their mother's Philippine citizen
right.
at the time.
At the time.
That's all it. Don't ever leave nothing.
Yeah, we can try that, but
don't ever leave nothing in everybody else's hands that you can do yourself, because all it is you call that consulate in New York, wherever you got, they'll let you know.
But I remember. You remember back when your wife. Now, if you were trying to petition your fiance for a K-1 visa to come over here so you can get married, right? Now, if she had an existing child, all of that would be encompassed on that one K-1 visa application unless and until that child was 18 years old. Then she couldn't put them all on the K-1 visa, and that older child could not come with her on that fiance visa.
That way, no, but the point of all this is that you.
Yeah, register. I know. We're talking two different things. I'm just saying that. Did you know any guys? I knew one guy who was bringing his fiance, and she had like a 8-year-old daughter, I think. So they were both encompassed on that one K-1 visa. He didn't have to do separate.
A friend of mine at work, he had married one and brought her over. She was going to vow. He had like 2-3 kids that were teenagers, early teens. And I guess I didn't ask him for details because he wasn't my place, but apparently she was fucking around on him and talking to other people or whatever. He divorced her real quick, like, and sent her back. And he got
But
another one
she got to bring all 3 kids with her at the time, right?
separately.
Really?
Yeah, he had to make. He had to do separate paperwork for them. I'm telling you right now, they don't even have microfiche here if they do anything.
Yeah, they're not that advanced yet, huh? To get the.
I'm gonna tell you what as basic as it is. When you see the papers, you get freaked out. But let me tell you, all it is you doing the work of carbon paper. Like the shit is the same info. You know,
Tony, I think I told you the problem she had when she was trying to get her visa to come here. The only birth certificate she had was typed on the old typewriters, right? And the ink was all smudged, so you couldn't tell. You know, you couldn't really read it. It was pretty much illegible because that ink. They typed it on one of those 100-degree days in the humidity, and that ink just ran. And they said, "Look, we can't use this birth certificate." I said, "That's the only one she has. You know, we have nothing else, so you got to use it. You know, because the people at immigration said, "Wow, this is illegible." I said, "I know, but it's all that we have." You know, so it obviously it made it through, but.
You get caught. Well, what you're gonna have to do for you and your children, as your wife too, is you go down to the courthouse, you order. I don't know what they charge per copy.
Right.
Fucking $2, $5. I don't know. I got 4 of them. But the thing that people freak out about is they need that stamp. Because I brought my original. And they said, "Well, that ain't good enough. You have to get a modern one."
With the embossed seal on it. Yeah.
And a lot of times that ain't even necessary. They don't know the difference. But just to say that you send all that stuff to them, as soon as they process it, they'll mail it back. You'll get the originals back. That's what they do. When I applied for my 9A visa after COVID, you know.
Yeah, well, like you just said, you might not be able to go home for your son's wedding because you got to send your passport to them. You got to give it to them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't feel comfortable about that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. I had to send it to Chicago too. So believe me, here they treat you like. If you're the American, you're up there with them. So here's Berna. I haven't seen her in quite a long time. My God, hello, Gary is here. Ooh. Gary's in love still, or is he gonna make it to Asia before he turns 80? But that's all you got to do right now, since you got all day to do shit. You send for the forms, and they send them to your house, and you fill them out, and you send them back. They'll process that, forward it to Manila, and they'll give you back your original.
What forms are you talking about?
Well, a report of birth, report of marriage.
Oh, well, I said we're going to do that in person when they come here to our city in like 2 weeks. They're coming at the end of this month. So we got an appointment to go sit down with them and do all this stuff. And then whatever paperwork we have to fill out, we'll fill out while we're there, and they'll send it off to Manila.
You get a ton of original shit. I think I got 4 copies of each, marriage and birth and all that. So when I call them up, I give my name, all that, wife name, and send you the forms, and you do it. Because believe me, there's always something you forgot. But trust me, you gotta have originals report of marriage and birth. That's even if you don't think you should, just do it anyway.
No, not originals. You need certified copies of the original.
Right,
You need
right,
with
right.
that stamp on it. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Right. That
well,
seal that they press on it, whatever. That's what impresses them.
we got a huge seal on what we got when we were born here. But them, it's just a letter raised. It's like a notary thing, you know. And you can run your finger across it. Okay, it's original. Because I had a copier that you couldn't tell the difference.
I had my birth certificate. The original one was signed by a nun because she was the nurse at it was a Catholic hospital that I was born in. Yeah.
Well, my mom's youngest sister, she passed at 60, many years ago now. She was born in a Catholic hospital, and because the doctors weren't there, the nurses of the nuns did not spank her butt to get her lungs going.
Oh.
So she grew up. She had the mind of a 10 or 12. My grandmother never sued the hospital. You know, my auntie Debbie, we used to just call her Debbie.
What you said? They think because they never cleared her lungs. Is that what you said?
She did. Yeah, she didn't get oxygen, but
So
she's
she was
supposed to.
oxygen deprived, and it affected her brain.
Yeah, fucked her
Wow.
up. She died. Well, she died at 60. But listen, she had every fucking 45 and helmet Elvis ever made, and these things were in pristine condition. I don't know whatever happened to them. My mom's youngest sister, she's like 79 or 80 now. My mom's 87. She I don't know how that fucking collection had to be worth some bucks. And then she started liking Mac Davis, you know, because Elvis, she was out of Elvis stuff. But
so, I mean, how much did you know her? How much did it really affect her? Was she?
Oh yeah, man. When she's very loving. As a matter of fact, used to irritate my dad. She might hug you a couple different dozen times, you know. But when she was, what I can remember is when she was, we're supposed to call her Auntie, but we always called her Debbie. She had the mindset of a child.
Oh, wow.
Very, very loving and caring, though. So I don't know whatever happened when she went into wherever she lived, because you know I'm having babies, you know.
Oh, Gary said he's coming there soon.
Yeah, how long we known you now, Gary? 4 years? What the hell? Next you're gonna have your head shaved doing Hare Krishna or something.
Do you have the plane ticket purchased? That's the big question. Ronald already has his, I think.
Who?
Ronald.
Oh yeah.
I think he's leave the end of this month or something like that. Maybe sooner.
I cannot. I just dread it. My son don't get it anyway. I mean, if I can't go there on time, because all I'm thinking is they got to process the stuff on my thing. And usually here they'd mail it. Oh, America they'd mail it back. I would probably pay for both of those to have a trip come over here, because well, you know, that way my daughter doesn't ever have to see. When my daughter got married, they don't get it because they're kids and maybe that was their first time married. They don't see what you see when you're the one that had a relationship. But this dude is so insecure. So we take, first off, I told my daughter, goes, yeah, mom's gonna have me and you and mom like they did at your wedding. I said, no, man, it's the only thing I got. You know, the only daughter I get to attend a wedding in a church. Okay, mom said, okay. So we get there and we start to think, and I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to? I said, what happened? Oh, geez, shut up. You know, she took that away from me. So we took our photos and we got up there. So after our photos, we go sit down. She goes, wait, I'm gonna get one more with the other family members. So the dude, her fucking husband, stands a distant, like 10 feet away from my daughter up there. I'm the fucking dad. I'm the one that should have this motherfucker, when he was at the reception, he was bitching at Nick's brother-in-law who had a heart attack the next day. But James, he was pitching a bitch to him. I'm like, fucking say fuck you, man. I don't want to hear that shit. He was pointing. I don't go over there, so he doesn't come over here, kind of thing. I'm thinking, motherfucker, man. When I was on my way home, I had my car on cruise control. They came flying by me. And all I could hear this guy all I could see was this guy's hand gestures and arms and hands flailing around. And I'm thinking to myself, was it worth it? Marry this fucking guy. My son and my daughter don't see it, so they don't know how. I mean, come on, man. You get married and you're the father of the bride, and you got some other fucking schmuck up there because he doesn't want a picture of me in it hanging up on the wall, and I may never be able to go to my daughter's place. So,
yeah. Oh, speaking of being on cruise control, like 2 days ago, I was driving on the highway, right? Speed limit's 65, right? Or no, I think it was 55 in that one section. So I'm going 60, right? And this guy, I can see he's trying to merge, but I can't move over to the left because I see there's a truck coming up on me, in the passing lane. So you're always taught, just maintain your speed, and the person who's merging, either speed up or slows down, right? So this guy, it was like in the morning, rush hour, but he must have been in a hurry to go to work. I think it was a he, maybe it was she. But so he comes on, I'm sure he's irritated, so he gets right in on my butt, right? Yeah, once he merges on, and I'm doing 60 miles an hour, and he wants, obviously, to go to work or whatever he's going to do. Well, as soon as he merges behind me, I see his left turn signal. He starts to go over to the left lane. In my mind saying, wait, there was a truck over there. That's why I couldn't pull over for him. I think he actually kissed the truck. The truck that was in the passing lane beeped at him. He moved over. I was looking for them to, start going sideways and, wreck it. But I think they must have kissed sides or mirrors or something. That I just continued on. I saw them both pull over to the side of the road. So they must have touched. But this dude tried to pull over, merge, and there was a truck right there,
When I was driving the bus on my Poland trip, there was I stayed in the right lane because that's where I got to get off.
Oh, you probably see a lot of doozies driving all day.
Oh, yeah, oh man. I'm like, well, this guy in a Mercedes, I'm like, when one of our drivers got a ticket because he was merging onto the freeway and he clipped a semi trailer, a mirror. Yeah. And he thought it was full of shit, so he wasn't happy. So having that in mind, and already knowing that, so every day I pulled in from the west end, I had to take the same freeway route. And one night, this guy was with a Mercedes. So I can't picture fucking 85+% of the time, people sit there and all they do is the speed limit, and they just ease on. No motherfucker, I got the right of way. You got to adapt to me. So this fucker was horn and flashing lights, all kinds of shit. Fuck you. I told my boss about it because she was pretty cool. I mean, man, she was like 75 years old and didn't look like it. Remember the 75-year-olds when your kid had curlers and a fucking housecoat?
Oh yeah.
So
and the old granny shoes.
Yeah, my boss was she was pretty hip, so I told her about it. I go, she said, yeah, you're right. What am I supposed to do? I'm already doing 65 and you want me to what? Adjust to put on my brakes and break it down to 40 so I can fuck everybody behind me?
Right.
I
know that's what these people don't know how to merge, They either need to speed up or slow down, one of the two, but don't come right at you and then get mad at you.
one time I wish it would have fucking happened because I would have gotten out. And I probably would have got fired if I grabbed one. You know, I was, because we had to drive by the rules. They were always on your mind, you know. This is what I gotta do. I can't. But boy, you pissing people off, man. I think I cut one off once. I was fucking, you know, because when you got to cross the road, you got to shit or get off the pot. So you have an opportunity to go. You got to turn left and get in the right lane right away to get on the freeway up the street. And so this little fucking car was, you know, was their world, you know. So they just fucking got on the freeway. They dadded down to fucking 20 miles an hour, man. You know, with the brakes and shit. I guess fucker's blowing a gasket, man. Gary says he's going to be in the Philippines August 1st. Wow.
Nice.
Hotel reservation. Where are you going? What part are you going to?
Oh, is this the one you're going to end up in Tacloban as your final destination airport?
Let me tell you something. I'm flying to Clark, man.
Hey, Craig.
I'm telling you, man. I'm going to say this loud here. So all the 3 people watching, when you look it up on the internet and they go, international, you get 70 pounds. You know, carry on, you get fucking 15 or 30. Well, that's okay. That's okay when you fly into the city, but if you're in Manila, if you're going all points somewhere else, you're down to 44 pounds and 15. Is it 7 carry-on? 15 kilos.
Hey, Gary, you got everything given away now, Gary?
Don't steal no rights, man. Yeah, give me another brew, man. You're in charge. Come on in. Boy.
Gary, you got all squared away. Do you have a phone that's got like a dual SIM card so you can use a US number or whatever? And you have your bank and your finances all figured out to how you're going to send yourself money.
Hey, I gotta make sure, but when I got a scale thing I bought off of Amazon. And the thing, me and my son, prior to me getting it, my last trip in 2022 or 3, I forget which one. When I came back to America for 6 months. So, oh my God. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, we. So,
I do have.
What's that?
I say I do have to do one thing though. I have to use this stuff right here.
Why you know why I say why you bothering? Because you can't find that shit here.
We got rid of most of the jungle, it looks like. So.
Yeah, I shaved it all off. I just regrew it.
Wow.
Craig had a 16-hour day today.
18 hours.
Oh, yeah. Said everybody backed it down to 16.
Thanks, Craig. Yeah, I'm leaving July 30.
Where you going to? Tacloban?
Yeah.
I've been through there. I went through there 3 months before that typhoon hit.
Oh, yeah, that
2013, I think it hit in 2013.
Now, have you figured out how you're going to send yourself your money now once you're over there? You got that kind of figured out with all the YouTube advice out there? The guys that are there know the best.
He trimmed his face. That's cool.
Well, I'm using the ATM, to access my money.
Right.
That's extra fucking money, man. You gotta pay for that shit.
No, it's I have Charles Schwab and Fidelity, so you're
Right.
reimbursed.
Isn't the yeah, I heard that Charles Schwab doesn't charge you ATM fee or
Here.
something. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, they reimburse you at the end of the month. I use them now too.
But you're
Gary.
keeping your money, your bank in the States though, correct?
Yeah, I'm keeping everything. I have the bank in the States, and then on the 22nd of every month, my money goes out to Charles Schwab and also to Fidelity, and
Oh,
I'm
great.
using both those ATMs to access my money.
Great. Well, I hope it all works out for you. That sounds
Yeah, that's so
Listen, listen. As a backup, always have a backup. Put yourself as a receiver and sender, either on your Western Union or Remitly or something like that. That you have a place where you can call. I mean, you can dial up or whip out your phone and send yourself $600 just like that. You always need a backup, Gary.
Another thing, what about your phone, Gary? What are you going to do?
Well, I won't have my cell phone, but I do have the Magic Jack, and I have a telephone number for Maryland here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what guys advise to do.
Yeah, I have a telephone number, and I'm keeping my address here where I live. I mean, I've lived here for 23 years now.
Right.
So
Now, what does that Magic Jack cost a month?
that Magic Jack costs like $50, and not more than 50, maybe even a little less actually. And you get 1 year free of unlimited calls. And you know what's good about Magic Jack is if you're not, it goes through the Wi-Fi, you know. So, but if you're not available, it says the Magic Jack customer is not available at this time. Leave a message, and when they leave a voice message, I can hear it on my email.
Oh.
I get a pop-up on my email that there's a message from Magic Jack, and then I just go in there and I hear the message.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have, this is a mistake I made. My first trip, I bought like $1,100 worth of traveler's checks, hundreds, 50s, all over. So the problem with that was, unless you have an account there, you won't get any help on the banking shit.
Yeah,
So
do not take traveler's checks. That's for sure.
I had to go. I had to go to the money changer, and it really wasn't that bad. You lose like maybe 2 to 3%. At the time, the peso was 42. One of them I got 30. I think a 39 or 40. But one of them I got 35 for. He's freaking out, but it was for $50. And I was on vacation, so I really didn't give a shit, you know.
Gary, is Tacloban your final destination? That area?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
in fact, I already reserved a hotel there for 3 days.
Oh,
A
you did that
hotel,
all
like-
online?
Yeah,
Like,
and I
No,
printed
it's
out. I printed out. I don't like to have the things just on my phone, so I printed out all my tickets and I printed out all my the hotel.
well,
I'm just curious,
That-
who are you flying? What airline, and how bad of layovers do you have?
Okay, well, I'm flying from BWI to LAX, direct flight. I got it for $109.
Get out of here.
Yeah, right, 109.
BWI to LA for 109.
what?
Well, that's a
109
steal.
actually is 108 something, but I've had to pay $40 for my bag check-in.
Well, that's a steal.
And
I'm getting
What's
Philippine
next?
Airlines on the way back.
no, I'm taking Korean Airlines
That's a good choice. From where? There to Seoul?
from
LA to
from
Seoul?
LAX to Incheon,
Right.
and then Incheon down to Philippines, down to Manila.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
You-
I didn't
Is
know
that
how
also-
long.
Is that also on Korean Airlines?
Yes, Korean one
Good. Good
Korean
choice.
Airline. Yeah, and I got that for like 600 and something.
Get out.
Yeah, one way.
LA to Manila for 600?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good, Gary.
Listen, though.
How'd you get
You
these
probably-
cheap flights or what? What
No, you
website?
probably got
I went through Skyscanner.
Oh yeah,
You probably got a 15 to 20 some hour layover.
yeah. How much of a layover do you have in Seoul?
Okay, the layover problem is not in Seoul.
Okay,
The layover problem is in LAX.
okay. So what's
But
that?
I wanted to give myself enough time. I don't like rushing, so I wanted to give myself enough time to go from the domestic to the international terminal.
Right.
And now I just have a basic ticket, but I'm gonna. I have a long layover in LAX, like 12 hours actually, and but I'm gonna get a day pass for the Korean Airlines Lounge
Yeah.
Well, you
when I'm there.
Good choice. What does that cost? Do you know?
That's $60. Now sometimes they have a limit on time, but possibly
Right.
not. So that's $60 for the lounge.
It'll be well worth it. A place where you can
Yeah.
relax and eat.
Exactly. Also,
do-
when I looked at the LAX airport there, they had some information on. There's certain spots where you can go that are more relaxing than the chairs that have the arms on both sides. So there's
right by
certain
the
spots.
bathroom. By the bathroom. There's nobody in front of you.
Okay, so how
Listen,
about
Gary,
once you get to
Gary, do you
Manila?
have coach seats? Do you have coach?
Yeah, I picked just the basic stuff.
Oh, you're gonna hate that shit, man.
Well,
That's
I
why
do-
you
I
get
do
such
hate it.
a,
I do hate it.
why you
I'm
get
just
it.
going. What's that?
Gary,
that's why you get such a good price. You're going coach, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
And what about in Manila? How long of a layover do you have there?
Okay, Manila. I took I waited to have a separate ticket on that to go from Manila to Tacloban because I didn't know how long it's going to take me in Manila.
Yeah. Plus, you have to go from the international to domestic airport there.
Right. I have to go
terminal,
through customs. I have to get a SIM card there. Maybe immigration. So.
I'd venture it's probably not going to be more than $100. Even
Sure.
walk up last minute ticket, to Tacloban.
Hey.
Well, I
don't
got I bought the ticket already,
Okay.
and I got the ticket, and I will arrive in Tacloban around 7 p.m.
On August what?
August
1st or
1st.
2nd?
August 1st.
Sure.
Oh, because
And
you're
then-
leaving here the 30th. That's correct.
Hey, I interrupt this love affair here, but I'm telling you from experience with a guy with a fucked up back. It is almost beyond. Words don't match. When you're a coach, especially you're taller, oh my God.
My back is not my problem.
No,
My problem is not my back. My problem is my knees.
I'm telling you, Gary, you don't have that fucking room in coach. That's what I'm trying to say. This
Well,
has been my experience. I flew
know.
this time I'm flying a premium economy. Not every carrier has it, but I'm taking to go back home when I was supposed to if I get to. I'm taking a flight down to Manila Philippine Airlines to LAX.
So Tony,
LAX
what difference is premium economy? It's the same seats.
more,
Unless you're in first class, you don't get a big old leather luxury seat.
you get better leg room.
Okay.
I think
You get
premium,
more.
what you get in premium is you get your choice of seat. If you're basic, you're not getting a choice of seat. They're going to
That's
give
right.
you a seat, and you're going to be ending up in the middle.
Right.
When I booked mine, when I booked my coach, I booked the aisle seat. But
Yeah, right.
What I'm trying
You had a
to
choice. You had a
say,
choice. Right.
what I'm trying to say, if you're going to be in coach, I don't know if that's in economy, premium, or not, but that seats between with the door there by the bathrooms. there's nobody in front of you. You can stretch out and stand up. But my experience on that shit has got me taking the planes I'm taking. And I'm telling you, when it comes to layover, I had a 3-hour layover, 2.5. One time in Miami, I ate up all that fucking 2 hours running around. I'd like to have at least 3.5 to 4 hour layover.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
I can walk to where I want to go. I don't have to rush to go nothing. So
That's
on the way,
what I planned. That's what I planned. That have a longer time, so I'm not rushing.
yeah. Well, I got once I land in LAX, I got 4 hours before Chicago. And, the time difference, that makes it, a 2-hour flight or something.
Yeah.
So on the way back, I leave Chicago. I go to Vancouver and then Manila. Now, I could have swore my son did this. I don't know why he didn't use the one I used. But I might have a 10-hour layover there. What might work in my favor is, hey, you got an opening on this fucking flight to Butuan. If you have any space on this plane, I'm right here. And, they'll let you go. They got the room.
Mm.
So, but I like 4 hours because when I had 2 to 3, I'm running around like I was 20 years old, man.
Yeah. I don't want that.
No, man. Well, the thing of it is, I brought the last 2 trips, I brought a carry-on. Craig's on there, man.
Well, I'm gonna arrive. Hi, Craig. I'm gonna arrive in Manila around 11.
11 p.m.
11 a.m.
11.
And I have I don't know how long things are going to take. So I think I'm leaving there around
We have to go to a different terminal.
5 p.m. or something, maybe 6.
You have to go to, I think, 1 or 3 is domestic now.
Yeah, right.
So if you got 4 hours in between planes, you walk out the door and there'll be a bus coming by, an airport shuttle. Because they're going to try to they're going to say, sir, how long is your layover? And at first I thought this lady was trying to hustle me. And I said, well, I got to be over there. I got like fucking 7 hours, man. I ain't in no hurry, So when I got over there, I said,
I have to go through customs first,
You do, but it ain't that big of a deal. When I flew into Chicago, when I came off of, what one did I take? Qatar Airlines, excellent airline. This was after all that shit. Chicago and San Francisco were good port of entry airports to go through because they were quick. Miami, forget about it, man. They got every Spanish person known to man coming in Miami, and it's a thing, But when I got to Chicago this last trip, I had to go through a line that snaked 6 times before I got down where I wanted to go. And luckily, my Coach USA bus was running late because I got the last bus out. That's what I'm talking about when you try to time it's worth 4 hours. I want to walk like I'm fucking Ma Kettle, man.
I heard that when you get the SIM card there, like a Globe SIM card, you have to register.
Yeah, it ain't no big deal, man. I don't even know if shit's so lax, man. You never go out of your way to volunteer shit. Because when I went there, it was because of COVID thing. So they wanted to know the phone number of the person that you were going to be staying with, what province, and because once the guy come up to me and he tapped me in the shoulder, and he goes, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Fuck you," in my mind, I'm going, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go where I want to go." What do you mean where I'm going? And it gave me time to settle down because I was just high strung from all the bullshit. And
I'm sure that I will be too.
He said, "You put down the." No, I mean when that COVID shit, Gary. Even when I had my 9A visa, the lady says, "I'm the last person to go through customs at midnight." She says, "You got a marriage certificate?" I said, "No. What I need that for?" I said, "I can't get one of these without that." but they still want you to have that. It's fucking crazy.
Well, I don't think I need the address for who I'm visiting because I got a
Have it
hotel.
anyway.
I got a hotel reservation.
Have it anyway, man. Have it
I don't have
anyway. Just get, well, you better get it. What do you mean? You're going
Well,
somewhere you don't know
I'm
where
not
you're going?
visiting. I'm not visiting her place.
You're going to a strip joint?
I'm
then,
not
or what?
going to that town. I'm going to Tacloban. She doesn't live in Tacloban.
Well, who lives in Tacloban? What the fuck you going there for?
I'm going to live in Tacloban.
Yeah, but with who?
Well, I'm going to get a hotel. That's where I'm going, you know?
You just picked a town out of the top, like a, had a hat with 50 minutes.
I reserved 3 days. My girlfriend's going to look for a place there. So,
You said you had a girlfriend, so you're going to
I do have a
Tacloban. That's your destination. See, they're going to want to know. Listen to me.
she doesn't live in Tacloban.
Listen, it doesn't matter, Gary. I'm trying to tell you.
Go
They're
ahead.
going to want to know. They're going to want to know where you're going, who you're seeing.
Well, how about if you
they're
just say you're going to be a tourist
I don't know about that. That's kind of vague.
and you're
you know.
going to Tacloban and you have a hotel reservation?
You might have a reason why. You still gotta be prepared to give them information.
Well, I could just say I'm a tourist. There are a lot of tourists come there. They go to wherever they go, you know.
Yeah. Well, you go. Yeah, I heard the strip bars were better out there, so I'm going there.
It's not too
I'm
many.
telling you, man. Have an excuse. Have shit in your pocket.
Well, also I do have. I got to go for right now, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see.
Yeah, click. One click. She might break up with you if you don't get it. Man, when they had the COVID thing, I was so glad to be there. Man, I was so glad. And they said when I was at my quarantine hotel, I stayed there twice now, Manila 101 or some shit like that. So, and this is all a scam. These fuckers, they're all about making money. They said to me, they sent me an email from the search engine I had. And they said, hey, I was due to leave Sunday. My test was on Friday or Thursday, something like that. They said, oh, would you mind, your flight on that day's been canceled. Would you mind taking one on Tuesday or whatever? I said, sure, no problem. And when I got there, it didn't, unbeknownst to me, that test expired after 4 fucking days. So I lost my flight. I had to go get another ticket. I had to go through all this shit to get on the plane. That's why I say what I say. Be prepared as you can. You can never over prepare for this.
Okay, I'm back.
You were gone. I didn't even know it, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gary, I tell you this because you gotta expect anything and everything to go.
Yeah. I also I got some Philippine pesos, so I got 15,000. So
You can don't get changed. You can't. What I did with that the first time
Actually,
I
not
got
allowed to
changed-
take more than 10,000 into the country.
Hey,
10,000
10,000 US.
pesos. It's only $300.
10,000 US.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
10,000. Oh, US. Yeah, I'm taking pesos.
I thought it was 10,000 peso. Anyway,
No.
No, that's hardly anything. That's $200.
Whatever's equal to 10,000 where you're coming.
maybe it was 10,000. Yeah, I don't know. Long time ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, they gave me. I asked for small bills, but they they don't have much control over that
Here-
at the bank.
Here's what you do, Gary. Here's what you
Huh?
do. Gary, here's what you do. You go to the bank and you order Philippine money. So you can do that. Here's Michael's on the phone.
You do what? What'd you say?
I said you go to your bank and you order Philippine peso. You'll get
I
them
already,
in less
I already
than
did. I already did that.
Okay.
That's why I said
What's
I have
up, Michael?
15,000. I have 15,000.
Michael's on here. Why don't you just come online here, Michael? Oh, he's got bad internet, man.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I have everything I need now.
Well,
It's
you-
really
you
good,
should.
Gary. It's really good.
Yeah.
Going, it's good. Yeah,
But
you
always-
excited?
Yeah.
I want to
you're
get
gonna
going before I get too old. You know.
Gary, you're gonna love it when you step foot off that plane, man.
This
It was
year,
10 years.
this
it
year
was-
I'll be 75.
Yeah.
It was 10 years for me, 11 years. Oh my God. I was so
You got-
freaking relieved.
You've got 25 years left in the Philippines. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Michael,
I have to lighten my beard though. You know, I'm with a little dye. You know.
yeah, that'll fool them. Yeah. Make a couple boxes, man, because they don't sell that shit here. Look at this guy.
Oh,
What is this?
I'm just gonna do it for the beard. You know, the mustache.
All right, Michael. Michael, you there? Michael. It's easier to come on this thing here. Look at that shit,
Let me see
man.
if I can get up the your live stream on my thing here.
You got live stream on your thing.
Live stream
What
on my
happened?
iPad. I'm gonna get
What
your
happened
live
to
stream on. I'm gonna
What
get your
happened
live
to Tyler?
stream on my iPad here.
What
I'm
happened to Tyler?
I'm still cleaning up my stuff though. I'm doing a
We're talking August 1st. That's 3 weeks away.
it's taken forever for my Ballad Bayon boxes to arrive there this last time.
They're going through them fuckers. That's why.
I sent out Ballad Bayon boxes. They left March 29th.
Usually 3. Ooh, man, that's
Haven't
Yeah.
arrived yet.
2,
From
3
here,
months.
it's
About.
could be up to 3 months.
And yeah, end of July. it'll be
They're
3
lined
months,
up for on the 27th.
Yeah.
They said they're on the 27th of June. They said they're lined up for customs. But on those container ships, they have over 10,000 containers.
All they do is they pick. I'll take this guy. Whenever I had medicine delivered, it took like 5 months. But when I gave my addresses here, when my son sent this shit priority, they came out and delivered it right at my home property right here.
Oh wow!
They go, it wasn't easy to find this place. I thought, well, they used a courier. They pay. The U.S. government pays for that shit. How nice is that, man? Because when my son sent something the second time, it got here in 2 weeks, not 5 months. Because they go through. I had medications shipped, so they look, they take it out.
Medication. How do you get medication paid for by the government?
No, the delivery by the Philippine Postal Service. The U.S. government pays them to deliver it. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Craig, I actually got to watch some Aussie footy last weekend. That I found it on Fox Sports. Some team, one was, what's it called, Edson or Essen?
Essendon, yeah.
And they were playing, whoever they were playing there.
Geelong.
I got to see that match. Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking beat my team tonight by 2 goals.
Who did?
Essendon beat Collingwood tonight by 12 points.
Okay, what time is there a normal start time for the games? Do they all start like at the same time in the evening, or
Featured.
Yeah, they vary by about half an hour. Usually 7:30, 7:40 p.m. Australia on a
Okay,
Friday
and-
night.
And on Friday night, do they play any other nights also?
Yeah, well, because they do the first half of the season they do Thursday nights, but at the moment it's just usually you have Friday night, and then you have like a 1:30 game Saturday, a 4:30 game Saturday,
Okay, what's
two
the name of your
7:30.
team? Collingswood?
Collingwood, yeah.
Collingwood. Okay, I'll have to look that up and see what, because there's one Fox Sports station here in the States that they show it, and so I'll have to
Right.
look at it sometimes. That would be Friday morning for me. You said 7:30 p.m. normally Friday night Aussie time.
Yeah, so
So
that
that's
would be like
5:30 a.m. for me Friday morning.
okay. Yeah, and
So
then
it
they
just
play.
got over recently, huh? You said.
Yeah, yeah, it finished like 3 hours ago,
Okay.
something like that. I don't know. I was supposed to start work at 2:30 this afternoon. I got called in at 9 a.m. and I just get home 10 to 1 in the morning
Wow.
today. So it's been a long day.
Yeah. That's driving all day.
Yeah, pretty much. I did 64 jobs today, 64
Wow.
pairs. So yeah. So I had a train going to Melbourne break down when it left the station. So they were having replacement buses, but people who couldn't get on the replacement buses, they wanted 3 cabs at our local
Wow.
station. So that took 3 cars out of town for like 4 hours. So behind the 8 ball all day.
Right. It's good business though, right? You can get it.
Who's the
Yeah.
moonwalker?
Yeah, it's an all right day and almost $1,000 after petrol. So it's all right.
Blue jacket, huh? Well, you don't get a blue jacket, man. You gotta be a seasoned veteran on here to get a blue jacket.
Who's Moonwalker?
Yeah. Who is it?
No idea.
Who?
Might be Chris.
We don't know.
Might be could be
Michael Jackson making a comeback.
that moonwalker.
Oh yeah. I just got that, Craig.
Might be one of those folks trying to get over on. You never know.
Hey,
But I have a
tell
crack.
Michael to come up. If he's on the phone, tell him.
Like he says he has no internet.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's what he said, man.
Okay.
He tried calling me like 4 times, and every time I clicked on pickup and just
blew him off. Huh?
just disconnected. Well, he's taking it
Same
easy.
possible spam call, right?
Yeah, I got furniture here in the office here, but I got no camera to show everything.
You need to get more stuff on your walls or in your room to take away that echoey sound.
Well, man, give it one fucking.
Need to get a fucking camera. That's what you need to do.
What's going on there? I was going to use my below crap.
No, we don't want to see his ugly mug, but we want
I
to
do.
understand when he talks.
No, I got to read his lips. I can't understand what he's
Listen,
saying.
Listen to
You
Mr.
need to get
Look
some
at Mr.
plants. That
Mr. fucking Avatar, what the hell there? Apparently shows his fucking mud like he's hiding from a $5 million debt or some shit.
I'm just saving you all from the torture. That's all.
Nah. Yeah, you know what? At this hour and our age, who fucking cares? Don't matter.
Right now,
All that
face
matter-
was lunch.
There you go. We got a fucking sausage in one hand and a fucking bag of Doritos in the other or something.
Say meatballs.
Pork, man. Pig's feet and all that fucking funky shit they eat down south. So Gary, how long you been conversing with this lady you're going to visit? You're moving here permanently or just visit?
I'm moving permanently.
Okay. So let's see your room, man. Did you clean it up, or are you gonna leave that for little rice grinder?
No, I'll get it cleaned. I still have the end of the month. I still have this month to do it.
Are they gonna miss you?
They're going to rent it out as an Airbnb once you're gone?
Well,
Yeah.
actually, they said, when do you come back? You know?
Who do we know? Who could be Moonwalker there?
Another.
I've been
Got
here
none.
for 23 years. I've been here 23 years. I've been here longer than when I grew up with my parents' home, you know?
Well, gee, Gary, your hair really turned gray, huh?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Well, Gary's been snatching cereal from him or milk for the longest time. You know, you
Yeah.
fuck around, Gary.
No more free ice cream.
Yeah, jeez.
You tall motherfucker.
No subs, no content. I'll let September 11,
Yeah,
2000.
that's a new bit. It's either
No
it's
content. No.
either well, it could be freaking the twit in the Philippines.
I don't know.
It could be the twit. That's all I'm saying.
It's a good handle though.
Yeah, he probably watches. Well, he knows he's a UKer there. He goes James
Maybe
Bond.
is that Neil Armstrong? Was he the first? Who was the first one to set foot on the moon?
Yeah.
Gary, you
Yeah,
should
he
know.
was.
You're old enough. Come on.
Yeah.
Huh?
Who was the first one to set foot on the moon? Was it Neil Armstrong?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, Gary.
He
That's
fucking
right.
asked Gary like he's
That was back
150.
in his That was back in his teen years. He doesn't remember that.
What I'm doing right now, what I'm concentrating on right now is this.
You're hard on,
Can't read it. Sorry.
huh? Wait a minute, man.
I'm concentrating on learning Tagalog.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
and she speaks Visayan.
Yeah.
She knows
Hey,
Tagalog.
Gary, been
No,
there,
she
done that, Gary.
she speaks Waray.
Soiree? What the fuck is that?
Waray.
Warai. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're better off
But
not
she-
knowing.
She
Oh,
knows
yeah.
Tagalog though. She understands Tagalog.
Just
Okay.
speak your DC language.
You know the difference between the two? There's a word in Tagalog means seed, and Bisaya means pussy. So it's not, if you're going
Well,
to Indonesia, that'd
I
be a
try-
version.
I try not to say any bad words, but sometimes my pronunciation
I'm
does
just
say
telling you.
bad words. I
You see,
come out
most
with
people-
bad words sometimes,
Yeah.
nasty words.
We had a driver that got suspended, fired and suspended because he had a wife. Lenny is a nice guy, but he had a girlfriend there. So for some ungodly reason, he decided to fucking scratch, sniff, and the cameras all over the bus. So the chick got pissed off and she ratted on him.
Oh
And
wow!
one morning, like 4 a.m., I'm in there, and he was talking shit. He don't normally talk shit. He was saying something about me. I go, well, I ain't the fucking stink finger there, dude. Like you, man. I go, who fucking scratches a fucking chick snatch like that with cameras all around you, like it excites her? Come on.
I'm finding this thing to be very useful to me.
Craig, you got
What?
cameras in your taxi?
Does it vibrate for a while?
Inside and on the roof of the driver's side door as well. If they try and get in that, yeah. Got 3.
Good.
He said, no jacket for me. I will play. Play what? That could be Gary.
Gary.
That could be the final what's
Does
his
it
name?
vibrate? I don't know.
What's his name's funny? John there moved to California.
So how long you going there initially?
What's that?
How long you going there, Gary, initially?
I'm going there permanently.
He's going there for
Okay.
good.
Okay, good.
When you
Just
get
live
older,
for
when you get older, you don't have these initials.
Well, Gary, you're
This-
75 now, right?
You gotta
You're
make your move.
Yeah.
Are you 75 now, Gary?
75 this year.
Oh, luckier than I. I'll never make that shit.
Well, you will if you keep a positive attitude, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
You know? Stop drinking your beer.
Once you get there, don't forget us, Gary. You got to come on and give us updates how it's going.
Oh, he'll be on TV, 6 foot.
Well, I have to,
Yeah, we just don't
I'll
want to
update-
see you as one of those bad stories that
like,
foreigners
Jesus.
left in the
Yeah.
street with no money.
oh yeah, Reese, I know. I got to notify them that I'm going.
I said, Kiko, can I come back and live with you?
Huh?
Huh? Gary's at your door, bam, bam.
It's
Well,
hard- hard-
I could always make my way down to Butuan
You could, if you survive the trip.
It's just one long ferry ride, Gary.
Yeah, yeah. Many
In fact,
ferry
you
rides.
get the overnight one. You'll be able to sleep the whole way there.
Well, that's that fast.
I sleep during the daytime too.
For some reason, the one that I took when I went up to Naga, you're on it's pretty cool, actually, the trip. But when you take that Fast Cat one, for some reason, the ferries that leave like Cagayan and they go to Dumaguete, around there, Cebu, they always have a problem with these suckers turning over and going down for some reason. I don't know why, but it's a cool trip. It's just that, when it's raining out, you got these hairpin turns like you see in the movies. You look over out your window and you see the drop. And this guy, and they got a 4-hour layover, 6 hours or something. And he's flying like a crazy man. Oh,
I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a little.
like a pregnancy strip test.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
That's a little spider. Spider. I caught him last night, but unfortunately, he got me before I got him. So.
Have you
Let me
fed
see,
him
let
yet
me-
today? You got to give him
Huh?
some food. You have to feed him today, Gary.
I have him sealed in here. As soon as I got him, he only lasted like a
Do some
day.
manscaping before you go. Them chicks don't like them.
Yeah, but he got me on the leg, so
Oh, you're not gonna put it up there? I'm gonna blow it up there.
We're going
I
to tell
was really lucky that I caught him. That I saw him the next
Yep.
night.
Yeah, but now you're mistreating him. We got to tell the
You
people.
don't want to buy him. You don't want to bite one of your tusks.
I hope he doesn't. They usually get me right in the back of the leg. Of the calf.
You should get a big itchy lump.
It only swell. This one, it's like a mosquito bite, a spider bite, but it
Moth is worse, man.
it itches longer. It's like 4 days, and it swells up a little bit.
Well, if you get bitten on a nutsack, sure.
I gotta hurry up and come because I got all those vaccinations. I have make
You
sure
gotta
they
hurry
don't
up
wear
and
off,
come. What was that? You gotta hurry
Did
up.
I
and
hear
come.
that? Did I hear that?
No, yeah, I heard it too. Man.
You got
I gotta
3
hurry up.
minutes left. That's it.
Wait, yeah, you got your video on, so you might want to kill the camera.
Gary, you're talking to the wrong live stream right now. No.
That could be John. John, what's John's last name? I forget John's last name.
John Baker.
John Baker. He's got a
Yeah,
good sense of humor. He's got an awesome sense of humor, so that could be him. I think he's gotten back onto the social media thing, not as a creator, but
An influencer.
yeah, there you go. Influencee. How do they say that? Influencer?
Yeah,
Well,
that's the English word, Tony.
I still have my YouTube channel though.
No. What happened to the poems? You stopped doing them? What?
What?
The poems.
Oh,
You
I
still
only
make
did that.
poems?
I only did that for a year.
Tony, don't get him started.
Oh, we've got something else. now.
I only did my poems. I only wrote poems for a year, 71 to 72. That's it.
And don't even mention
That's
the singing. Don't even mention the 2 chords on the guitar either.
Uh,
I don't have the guitar anymore. I gave it away.
Oh, good.
Ukulele.
I mean, I'm sad to hear that, Gary.
I could only play Happy Birthday, you know.
Sound like you're crushed.
That's the trouble. Lack of practice. You only do it once a year.
Yeah.
Like Santa Claus.
You say your girlfriend nowadays.
You know, I gave away I had a cedar chest, and I gave that away to this friend of mine, and her husband. But that cedar chest, my father gave to my mother the year before they were married. He gave it to her in 1939.
Wow.
Well, you get rid of it.
It's a shame, Gary, because that you know Jamie, she was asking for anything and everything for her house because they're just starting up a new house and they don't have anything. And
Did she
you
get
could have a
married?
moving truck pull up
I
to
thought
your
I
place
saw
and get rid of
something she
everything.
got married.
Well, he's got a career. He's got a career at General Dollar.
No, she said he works in the distribution center at General Dollar or Dollar General.
Did she just get married?
That's.
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's a job.
Are things still? Do things still cost $1 at Dollar General?
No, they're always over. The only one you're gonna do it to get the dollar.
Yeah, Gary, just like there's still penny candy.
General Dollar, yeah, Dollar Tree, all that's up. It's over that.
Yeah.
Gary's old enough to remember penny candy, right?
Yeah, I do know penny candy. And I used to like that. I used to like that little Mary Jane. It was called Mary Jane.
Yeah, I had those caramel or some gooey like taffy.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, I like them.
Isn't Mary Jane marijuana?
Yeah.
I know.
I like those raisins. I like those raisins.
So if you have Mary Jane's in your suitcase, somebody say, "I have Mary Jane's in my suitcase."
Well, the guy's 25. He ain't gonna know what that is.
Yeah, I got actually one more Bollock Bion box I have to send this month.
For the same person?
Yeah, it's
So
actually some of my own stuff. Some of my own stuff in there.
It's all going to Tacloban, right?
Yeah, but who
well,
you sending it to, Gary?
I'm sending it to my girlfriend.
Okay. Well, if you're still in Tacloban, my in-laws are only about 95 kilometres from Tacloban.
There you go.
Oh. Well, where are they? She doesn't live in Tacloban herself.
Yeah. You sure you ain't got a lady boy or
What's the name of the town, if you don't mind disclosing it?
Yeah, she lives in Lawn, Lawan.
Doesn't mean nothing to me.
Sounds like a lawn.
It's about 2 hours from Tacloban.
Wow.
I asked a lady who got off one time on Lawn Street. Oh, they run out of names. They named the fucking street Lawn.
Now that's
So
all
what-
relative. That could mean 10 kilometers.
Yeah, when I was on first on Leithy, it was 70 kilometres to Lan's parents' house, and 70 kilometres took 2.5 hours
Wow.
Jeez.
because the last 40 of it was 10 k's an hour on dirt track through the mountains.
Right.
Your back, you got out of there 4 inches shorter than where we
Now
She
it's
was-
like an hour and
A real-
a half because
Real
most of it's
province
made.
girl, huh?
Yeah. Never even been to Ormoc.
But we play this Uno game online every day, so
if you take a bus ferry deal from where I'm at, you'll go through Amrock, all of that. San Marino or some shit like that. These guys drive like banshees and they gotta wait 5 hours.
You got a cold.
Except, the only thing that made me mad was that fat little fucking kid, because it's hard for me to fall asleep. I was on a non-aircon bus, and I finally dozed off. This little bastard was sitting in a totally different seat, goes to the window in front of me and opens that fucker up, and it's raining. So when that wind and rain hit my face, I go, what the fuck? You know, his dad came and got him.
Hey, what do you think of these things? I've heard them advertised a lot. These portable air conditioners.
Well, I'm buying one for my living room here.
Actually, Best Buy sells them. They sit on the floor, but there's also some that are sit on a table. They're smaller.
Yeah, well, you like the one? Obviously, it's portable for a reason. You know,
How much they charge, Gary?
the good one costs
Best Buy was like
$3,000.
$250.
We just got a window air conditioner for about $450 from Best Buy.
Oh.
Forgot where I put my little.
Did you happen to see those the ones that are
No, I wasn't shopping. My wife's the one that went
oh,
and got
because they had them all lined up like near the where the cash register
it.
was.
Are they stand up just like stand up heaters? Like space
Yeah,
heaters,
they're
except
yeah.
I wonder
They're
what they run
portable,
your
man. They got
electric bill
wheels
on.
on them.
I
You
don't
mean you're
know.
looking for something like that for the Philippines? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm thinking about the smaller unit.
You have to go buy one that's 60,000, you know, and it's actually 34.
What are you talking about, Tony? 60,000 and 34. What?
Well, you'll tell them it's 60 grand. It's about 30 some thousand for a good one. Like a
For-
dehumidifier.
For a good portable one?
About
Yeah.
$600 US.
Yeah.
That's 3,600. I've been pricing them,
Wow.
but I've been hiding in one of the bedrooms all day. So when they're doing their working
Now,
out,
it sounds like, Craig, doesn't it sound like he's hiding in the tunnel under his house?
Yeah, it does sound like that echoing.
maybe that's that fucking weed you've been smoking.
No, I told you you need to get some trees or plants or something in that room to
That
Break up-
shit, I
break
spent
up the echo.
188,000 pesos the other day.
for what?
You gotta
Bed.
get some. You need to get some carpeting and put it on the walls.
I know how to fucking report it.
That was all on your fancy captain's chair like Michael has, huh?
I got a nice chair.
See? I figured that.
I'm gonna,
Mine's
leave,
cheap.
I'm gonna leave my art on the walls here.
Oh yeah,
You're going to leave it.
I'm gonna leave it. You got the eye on there.
You know, as soon as you leave, they're going to trash that, man. You ought to put that in a ballot buy-in box. Send it.
Some of them is too big, but
Nah.
Look
You'd
at
be
that.
amazed. Tell them,
You
Craig,
should've-
you'd be amazed what you can fit in a ballot buy-in box, huh?
Yeah.
well, I can't fit this one that I have up on the wall over there. I can't get that one up. It's a
Is it too high?
it's about 28 by 28 inches. It's a large with a
That'd
framing.
fit in the box.
There's some bigger boxes, but the place that I go, they have a large and an extra large, but their large really looks like a medium to me.
What do they charge for the extra large? Is it about 100, 120 per box?
Yeah, they charged me for the extra large. You know, it only costs $6 to get the box from Filipino grocery store. But they charge me, I go by Makati Express Cargo, and it's $105, and then $10 for pickup because I have them come and pick it up from my home because it
Right,
weighs like a ton, you know.
right.
So that's why it's $10 for pickup and $105 to ship it anywhere. $105. It used to have a different price for the size. Oh, it is cheaper for the size, but it used to have a different price for where it was going. Like Mindanao, it would be a little more expensive, but now it's just $105 wherever.
hmm
All it's different is the amount of money that they charge you to pick up. Otherwise, everything is always the same no matter where it's from.
But the only thing is, you know, you have to tell your recipient that this box is totally paid for and they're going to deliver it to your house. There's nothing you have to pay because, you know, their address and their phone numbers on the box, and anybody can see that and try to scam them, you know? So you have to tell the recipient there's nothing you have to do. They'll bring it right to your home. It weighs a lot. You might want to have it brought into your house, you know?
Hey, hey, listen, you know that bald guy, the Blind All Outdoors, he lives up on a fucking, you know, he put in these concrete like slabs so he could drive a car up on the road. These motherfuckers had to deliver some heavy ass, well, like buying boxes up there. They had to get all the way up there, man. I mean, that was a ride, dude. And he didn't give nothing extra. And he just used to show it. He used to do a live stream when they arrived until he got one that had a dildo in it with a fucking electric cord. And his wife said, "What is that, Don?" He fucking went, "I guess I gotta screen this now." What the fuck? That's an expensive gag, isn't it? You see this thing. You see this thing come out, his wife, and then you see the cord that's with it. You know, like a foot long.
I'm just unhappy with how they're updating me with the box. They didn't update me, and I have to kind of message them, and they told me it's.
You know what? You know what? After a while, I just said, "Fuck it." I sent it. If it gets there, it gets there. I don't give a fuck. You're surprised, you know, if it does me. If it don't, it don't. What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna tell?
Yeah, right.
So if it's shit you never missed, then you never miss it. You know, I forgot damn near everything that is in any one of the boxes I ever sent. I know a rat got cozy in one of them I had, but
how did he get in? How did he get into the box?
Who knows, dude? They gnaw on that shit. That's what they do with them fucking teeth. There's some monster rats around here.
We have some mice in the house here. In fact, the family just got home. The owners of this house where I live in, they just got home on the 29th of June. They were gone since February 12th.
I had this basement with a rec room down. It was beautiful, spotless. You know, I always vacuumed the carpet. I even bought new carpet on me when it got flooded out down there. And I'm sitting on this CR downstairs. Here come this little family of fucking mice. I'm like, where the fuck they come from? You know, I don't have no garbage laying around. But my back of my lot butted up against the field, you know, from the local power company. So I got some of that peanut butter pad shit. Those fuckers get on there. Yeah, they stress out, and that was it. Nothing to do with it.
Well, I was telling the owner's daughter that I didn't think the traps that her father put down were very effective because they weren't catching anything. Although we did have peanut butter on them, but maybe they're selective about certain peanut butter they want. You know, they want a higher quality Skippy or something like that.
No, I just happen to see them on that's what I keep missing too when I go to Ace Hardware here. They got like an auxiliary store because they have so much shit. And I wanted to buy some of those ant fucking whatever they are. But they're coming up somewhere. And as soon as you touch one, it's like there must be a nest of those fuckers down.
Well, they say that those sticky ones are good.
Yeah, I'm talking about hosing down that corner. I don't want to smell that shit. You know, but if I find this little black octagon shaped kind of ants and tick or whatever, yeah, that'll be good enough for me.
Well, that's one thing that I'm kind of fortunate and unfortunate too, but I have a limited capability of smelling things.
Yeah.
Yeah, since I was in the military, and I worked in a hospital, I lost my sense of smell.
So
So basically, I could do everything,
you look and fart in front of your face, you wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know it.
No, shit.
So I could actually do anything in the hospital because I didn't have any I didn't gag or anything when doing anything,
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a good sign when a person is in a hospital and people, I can't do that. They do shit for a reason, man. So you don't have to.
Yeah, it's when you get out, you can't get a good job because in the hospital, working in the military hospital, you can do a lot of things, But that's why I wouldn't want to be a patient in a military hospital because you got people that are working on you that were like me with 12 weeks of training.
My dad, my dad had one of those things that came in to change it while I was visiting, and because he just like me, he had esophagus, had a thin liner there, and all this shit would turn to. They couldn't feed him through a tube either because it acid reflux. So what they did, in essence, is they starved him to death. And watching that machine, his heart was strong as anything. That thing was like, when that thing sucked, it was like you could see his chest go way up and way up.
They could have put a tube directly into his stomach and feed him that way.
He couldn't do that. Otherwise, it would have obviously. But I didn't think it would
people like that.
I didn't think it would bother me that much. But because my dad was pretty much a prick all my life. But when you in your subconscious, you're thinking all those wrongs will be righted, and then when the day comes, when you the reality is they will never be righted. Is when it fucks you up, and it did me. I mean, bad too. But I realized why I. When I was successful coaching baseball, playing, I used to tell people about it all the time there, and they got tired of hearing it. It was because I never heard it from my dad. I overheard him say, "Oh, why should I do anything with him? He'll just quit." And I was so fucking crushed. He came to one track meet, and I thought, "Fuck you." I turn around, and I had the back problem I have now with the nerve canal. I didn't know it back then, but I had a whole. When I was in turn 4 and I ran a mile, all the other guys were in turn 3. I just couldn't make it that little extra. It happened to me a couple of times. I didn't know. Everybody's going, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" I didn't know what was wrong with me. I couldn't move. I wanted to, but I couldn't move my body. When I walked in that room and I saw him, I didn't think it was gonna. I remember my grandfather being in after a stroke. He had 2 of them. And then nursing homes are a shitty place to have to go. Shitty. There are a lot of people sitting there and got no fucking body visiting them. It's extremely depressing, and they're going, "Oh, he lived a good life. He's 85." And I'm thinking, "Well, you fucking done yet, man?" I had the, what do you call it? I could take him off life support or whatever. And I told the lady, they kept calling me every night at 2 a.m. "Well, you can do this and that." I go, I ain't doing shit as long as the government pays for his ass to Peter. But they wanted a bed for the COVID people. That's what they wanted.
Bastards.
Oh. Yeah.
John said he wanted to play baseball. Oh, no.
Is that Big John or Little John?
John. I don't know. That's probably John fucking with us about John.
Or John Boy?
John Baker.
John Baker.
The only way we'll know it's not him is if he comes on here and shows us. So John said he wanted to play baseball. Not too late for that, man. I coached back in 2005.
Oh yeah, it was Johnny Bench.
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny Bench.
I saw that dude at McCormick Place. They had when he was doing the Krylon thing, I think it was Krylon, and he was right in a booth right next to us. A few of us from work got selected to go down there to the trade show, Chicago. I know John. I know a lot of people, man. We're having our crack team of investigators investigating you. Yeah, they're digging deep too, man. So
There's a lot of cracks to fit in.
yeah.
He's fucking
If you're that twit dude, they probably conned his friend into giving them 4 one-way tickets to the UK. Then I don't know. I ever saw that fucker. I go, I thought you died. You know my friend. Now I know a lot of people. Yeah. That wouldn't be, what's his name wouldn't be on here doing that. Adrian, Connie, they wouldn't be on here doing that. Like you. But the King of Canada might do that. Maybe. But John Baker's the biggest prankster here. Now, your friend could be your.
Now, if you use the name Pigeon Plucker, would know who.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he must have ate one of those birds or something. I guess they're doing bad. Huh? Now he's got a beef with the club. Somebody bending the rules, and
Maybe Simon's still in mourning about the election over there.
yeah, I don't even know, man. Doesn't matter. They want to give. You know what it was? You know, they want to give that job to some fucker that has thick skin because then you can pitch a pitch constantly.
Wasn't it like 350 seats to 60 or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the actual final.
Yeah,
tally.
massive. I think I recall hearing it 350 to 60 or something. Massive. Anyway, I'm going for a smoke, so you can get back to the interrogation.
Well, yeah, I thought you were out meeting with the other heads of security there. And,
Yeah. A lot of heads. I don't know how much security.
man. You do. You like orange? You like a little orange squirt there, and then you're muck diving?
Hey, what is that apple cider vinegar? Are you still using that?
Yeah. Started doing it again, man. Yeah.
It got rid of all his warts.
See, a lot of the Gary, when you're older, it may not work for you because it may eat your stomach up.
You
I
gotta
told
watch
that
out.
Philip. I
Gary,
took that Philip.
it makes your voice sound like you're in a tube, Gary.
I took that Philip guy up there in Ball, and he says, yeah, that stuff was killing my stomach. That's why you're supposed to mix it with water, man. You don't drink it straight out of the fucking bottle.
For the longest time, I was putting 2 tablespoons in instead of 1.
No, yeah, that ain't. 3 times a day, up to 2 to 3 times.
So what is the value of it? What is it for?
It keeps it cleans your liver and your kidneys.
Oh.
And at first, when you start taking it, your shit will be green, and that means it's working.
Oh, okay.
Don't be alarmed if you happen to
And
like to say goodbye.
And it makes you super intelligent like Tony.
Yeah, sure does, man. Intelligent to know that my sphincter is clean as a whistle.
That's good. That's good. This place this hotel, they have free breakfast. What type of breakfast would I be expecting to have?
Loot?
Fish head. Maybe some chicken intestine.
You'll get something that looks to you like it's sausage blank, but it actually is something else. You do that in your castration thing when you guys go to prisons.
So it's not the buffet type thing that you usually see at like Best Western or something like that.
No,
It
probably,
ain't- it's not an American meal.
All day.
probably
and
not your average Cracker Barrel food.
Yeah. You want toast that's extra?
donuts,
Yeah, I ain't
donuts and coffee or anything like that.
I'm sure. They got it.
If you want to be safe, get scrambled eggs. Okay.
See that? Well, the problem with that is they're not as beneficial as obesity or something like that. But
Scrambled eggs. Okay, I'll remember that.
And hopefully they have a microwave because whatever you get, you're probably going to have to warm up anyways.
when you're rooming, yeah. I don't know about.
Well, I rented a place, which seems to be pretty good. For 3 days, it's like $80, or let's say 90, about $30 a night.
That should be
You
pretty
know,
nice.
Hey, they have a warning sticker. They probably got one there like they did the place I stayed in Makati my first trip. It said, please do not flush feminine napkins or condoms. It'll make you a mess and you'll feel guilty. That's what it said.
Just remember, you're going to the land where the food is cold and the beer is warm. Okay. So as long as you expect that, nothing else can go better.
Just so the showers are hot. That's all I care about.
Well, you better
You're
hope
not gonna want it. It's gonna be 95 degrees. The last thing you're gonna want is hot water.
I always like hot showers.
If you get hot, Gary, they're not like we know. They're not Western.
The only
You
thing
wait-
I don't like
you
about
wait till
the
you're out
shower.
in the province and taking a bucket bath, then you'll appreciate the
Steam.
warm.
Oh yeah,
water.
I saw No Neck Ed and Rose.
No, Nick. Yeah.
Have you seen that 90-day fiance? No
Long
Neck Ed.
time ago.
No.
That fucker was
Does he
afraid.
have a YouTube channel?
He might have one now,
Oh,
but he visited her, and he went to her home, and she was very poor, and he had said that he has sort of like an allergy to sheets, and he had set sheets ahead of time to come there, but they didn't get there, so he had to lay down on whatever they had, and it was raining, and he saw the electrical wires in the house.
Wally,
Is that safe? And then
Wally
her father came in, and she translated to Ed that my father wants to take a shower with you, because he didn't know what the shower type thing they do, So actually, they all took a shower together with just the bucket and the water, But he opened his. They went to a market, and to buy something, and he opened his wallet, and she pulled out the money, and he said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And they didn't work out though. That too.
She said you're gonna pay for this pussy, It ain't cheap.
Tony, what do they call that? They call that the thing you use for the bucket back? Taboo? Ask your wife, Tony. Is she asleep already?
Oh, tempo.
No, tabo. It's TABU. I think.
What is the word? What is the word? I have a translator here. What's it for?
It's that little bucket you use to TABO.
Oh, okay.
Tabo. It's
Tabo.
a little handheld. It's like a little pot or pan.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what you dip in the bucket to use to dump the water over.
Spelling
Yeah.
shit?
And also probably to when you go to the bathroom too. They have the same type thing.
Hopefully.
My ex-girlfriend had that too in the bathroom. I never knew what that was for.
You want a good old army tip, Gary?
Yeah,
Bring your
go
own toilet paper, okay? Have your own toilet paper with you,
Okay.
because you might not have that luxury some places you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, I did ask her about that.
You gotta get a garden hose and spring your ass.
She sent me a little tiny picture of a
Even if you
little,
got to
a little piece of
fit a little
artwork.
bit
You know?
in your belt pack there, where you keep all your money. At least keep an emergency stash in there.
Okay, one of those little
Because
tiny ones.
believe me, not all the food's going to agree with you for a while. Okay.
That's what I'm a little afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah, right on through the other side.
Well, I am pretty used to eating Asian food because I do live with Vietnamese people and I eat rice all the time. But
Yeah, but you didn't get that cooked in the Asian water.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I am a little leery about the getting sick quick.
Don't eat, man.
When I went to Korea, when I was in the military, I was sick every month of the year, every month of the whole year. The Korean people said to me that I'd meet, and they'd say, "You are a friend because you eat with us." I said, "Yeah, but I get sick afterwards, you know."
Right.
Yeah.
And they turn to each other and speak Gook and all what the fuck they're saying.
But yeah, I'm hoping to lose a little weight while I'm over there.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, water weight, probably sweating, you know. Um,
You're going to walk a little more than what you do now.
I walk a lot now. Actually, just the other, it was yesterday. Yeah, I guess yesterday I wanted to give some jewelry making tools to the jewelry class where I went, and it said that I felt that they could use them best. And it took me 2 buses, a train, and another bus to get down there to the city. I have one more item I want to give them, and then I'll be done for that.
Were you
So-
going into DC to do that?
Yeah, I'm going down in DC, but unfortunately, the train in the town, the local town where I go to, which takes like 2 buses to get to it, because
You're
one
not
bus goes
talking.
one way.
You're not talking the metro, are you?
Yeah, I do take the metro. That's the train that I'm taking, the metro rail. But they're doing construction at my station, my local station, so they have shuttle buses to go down to Metro Center
Okay.
in DC. But then I have to take I take a train from Metro Center to Union Station, and then a bus out to that's in Northeast DC, the Union Station. I have to go to Southeast DC.
Yeah, when I was down there, I'd stayed in. You know where Tyson's Corners is, right?
Oh yeah,
Virginia.
yeah.
That's where the hotel was. I
Yeah.
stayed a couple nights. I took the metro into the city to do the tourist stuff with my daughter at the time.
Oh yeah. Well, I think DC is a great tourist place because the museums are free. If you go up there to the zoo, it's free. Did you go to the zoo when you were there?
No, we did. Their trip was with a couple Vietnam veterans, so it was mainly
Oh.
for that in
Oh,
Arlington
okay.
and to see that.
The wall, Vietnam Wall. There.
But I did make the mistake of getting lunch at, what is that? Is it Union Station or whatever? The main
Oh
train
yeah.
station. And I should have known. I was like, it was all tourists in there eating, and it was extremely expensive. Extremely.
Yeah.
But just got something for me and my daughter for like $35, a slice
wow.
of pizza each or something, and a drink.
Oh wow.
So,
Jeez.
yeah, it was pretty expensive. But anyways,
But yeah, it's I haven't been actually. This is the first time I was down in DC in about because of COVID and everything. I haven't been down there in like 5 years or something.
Craig, when's the last time you went in a big city? What's the nearest big city to you?
Melbourne.
Yeah.
130 clicks, 131 clicks or something.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, something like that.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now all your driving today for the broken down train, how far was like the average fare? How many clicks
No, I did 450 clicks for the day.
for the day? Wow.
And so not that far. I think each job average around probably average 5 clicks per job on average. Lots of
Wow.
just little circles.
Were they just going to hotels or something? I mean,
Yeah, shopping centers and
now is
hotels.
it like an airline? If the train
Macca's.
cancels, do they give you a hotel for the night or something? Or you know how the airline, if your flight's canceled or something,
Yeah.
they usually
Nah,
put
they
you up in a hotel.
Vic Rail was paying for the fares for those people who couldn't get on the buses or whatever.
I see.
They rang
And how
up.
do they pay you electronically, VicRail, for those people? Or
They give you order numbers or whatever, and you just fill in your docket book, and they'll send an email through to confirm it. Once you got the email, then you go ahead because you got that. Yeah, and then you just bill them at the end of the month, basically. Do the accounts monthly.
oh, I see.
So sometimes you got to wear that for 2 or 3 weeks till you get it.
Now,
But yeah.
now your average fare, is it like Uber or something? Do they pay you electronically before you even pick them up, or do they pay
No,
cash?
you can do. We only occasionally, like we have fixed prices to the snow and ball and stuff. But
Uh-huh.
apart from that, just yeah. But night shift is a bit more cash. But yeah, you're probably around 80% of your transactions electronic now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. They won't give you a tip, but every electronic transaction has a 5% service fee. So they're prepared to pay the 5% service fee for the banks, and however it gets split up. Banks don't get the whole lot of the 5%, but it's split up 3 different ways, that 5%. So yeah, it's a joke.
Right.
The hotels in the Philippines, when you go to get a hotel room, you just pay in pesos.
Yeah.
I think some of the larger cities, you might be able to use credit card, but don't ever
Use a
count
card,
on
yeah.
don't ever count on using credit card, because unless, like I said, I from what I've seen on YouTubers, unless you're in Manila, Davao, Cebu,
Uh-huh.
you know, in good hotels, you probably need to have pesos with you,
Oh, okay.
not just a card.
Yeah. So I don't need to have a G Cash card or something like that.
We get that confused with cheap
I can just pay in pesos.
All right, Tony, did you see Moonwalker's question?
Yeah, and Tony's from Manchester. Can't you tell the English accent?
Yeah,
I'm from there. I'm from there.
Manchester, New Hampshire.
So I didn't know. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodnight, guys, because I'm stuffed. I just dropped by to say good day because I didn't think I'd make it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's past 2 a.m. there, right?
Nice seeing you again. Nice seeing you again, Craig.
Scratch and
You too.
sniff before you close your eyes.
Okay,
Sorry.
Craig, take care.
Yeah,
Thanks for
good luck,
coming.
Gary. Hopefully, I'll see you before I go. But if I don't, all the best to you. Mate. It's very good that you're going after, what is it, 5 years, 4 years?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
We all know it.
Thank you, Craig.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You got to keep in touch though. You can't be too busy once you're there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got to give us updates how you're doing. We don't want her leaving you dead in the street somewhere without us
Just go
knowing.
for it right away.
Well, like I said, if I'm down and out, I'm going to go down to Butuan to Tony's place.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got an extra room for you.
Yeah. Got a big truck. You can sleep on the back seat.
That's right.
There you go.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye-bye, Craig. Well, it'll be real nice to be able to sleep on a bed,
I think my truck bed's only 5 feet deep.
That's right. You
Well.
can lay diagonally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
What type of truck is it? Is it a full size truck or a mid size? What?
It's a Toyota Hilux.
It's
What
like
is
a
it?
Tacoma. It's like a Toyota
Toyota
Tacoma here.
Hilux.
Oh, Tacoma. It's
Yeah.
not the size of a Ford Ranger or something. It's bigger.
Fuck no, man. You know,
No, it's the same as a Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 25 is 2025 model, at least in America, Tacoma's coming out with a fucking sweet looking truck. So I don't, they might be doing the same here. That thing is nice to move. But what this Cardinal guy out of Chicago, mechanic, he had a new one there and he put it up on the Hoyt lift. He looked up and they didn't have any welded metal or even spot welded metal between the inner fender and the truck bed. You know, and Toyota had an issue back in the middle 80s or early 80s in the mid, and they were notorious for rusting out. I saw a guy in a 4-year-old truck and the fucking bed was gone. So they changed it because they used to spot weld them. Then they went to a weld. So he got a vehicle that was for show, you know, pass it around to whoever wants to, you know, check it out, talk about it. So I doubt that they leave that gap in there like that in the Midwest, because that would just be a waste of money if you spend 40 grand.
Hey Gary, once you get there, why don't you buy Tony a microphone and send it to their version of FedEx?
Yeah, but you tell this fucking guy.
So we can understand what language he's talking to.
Well, turn on your fucking camera. I'll do that when you turn on your camera full time.
Well, you don't have a microphone.
There you go. See, neither of them are gonna happen.
And I can't get my camera to work, so.
Yeah. Yeah, even when you could, you fucking did. What are you talking?
My.
It said, "Do you sell birthday cakes?" That's got to be John.
Yeah.
What's the name I got sent
The
to you?
the man with a million aliases, right, John?
Yeah. Like Circle Jerk John, and what else do you
Let's
have?
see. Was it Hercules? Did you use that one?
Pud Pullard.
What else was it? He had all kind of aliases.
Hey, did you ever hear the Icy Breeze?
No.
It looks like a cooler, and it's like a cooler and an air conditioner all in one. They advertise them on $289. You put ice in there, a little water. It has like a air conditioning system in there, like you have in your car and things. And
so, where are you going to get ice in the province?
Yeah,
we get that. They got it though. They got it, man.
But if you do find it, don't use it for drinking, okay?
Yeah, right.
Well, they do it here, and they use a tube, and they fill water like ice, you know, to keep your shit cold.
You can boil it. Then it's easy to drink.
Oh, go ahead now, man.
But another tip is drink everything out of a can or a bottle.
Oh, yeah. And don't let them put it in a glass. Just pop open the thing yourself.
And don't use ice. Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I had the same thing down in Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
You can eat the ice, but don't drink the water.
Yeah, right. But then also you have to watch out, like even your vegetables are washed in water, you know?
Fucking microwave, my God. Put them under a scope and
I think they say that they cook everything though, don't they? They don't even eat like fresh vegetables. They cook it all.
Even here they burn the shit out of it. But still. They don't get rid of what they don't sell.
But every time I see a YouTube channel, I don't see anybody ever complain or even talk about the mosquitoes.
That's good, man.
Is there any problem with mosquitoes there?
Mosquito net, it's to use a sleep. Of course there is, especially if you're stagnant water.
Only if you got foreign blood.
It's like a big party at the end of the night for them things.
When I went to Korea, when I first went to Korea, we had a mosquito net, but my left hand was outside the mosquito net. And right on the top of my hand, I got 15 bites.
You jack with the other one.
The other one was inside. It was just my hand was outside the net.
What'd you do that for?
15 bites. It swelled up and everything,
Hey, when I was younger, when I was an early teen, I got drunk at this friend. I went back to Ohio where my cousins are from. I got wasted and I fell on the lawn and I could just hundreds of fucking mosquitoes landing, getting the blood from me. So then I wake up and I go, and the guy, the cop that comes, is my ex-nephew, a big guy, Larry. He goes, whose house is this? I said, I think it's Andrew's brothers. I thought I was fucked. He didn't say nothing to my auntie because, but her and my uncle would have whooped me for that one. But when I was laying there, I was conscious enough that these fucking, you'd feel them set down, sting, leave, set down. Everybody was laughing, man. But and when I did get a ride home, I kept fucking with the brakes, jamming them on. I was like, okay, man, I'm gonna rel from your fucking dad's car.
Last time I was there, Gary, about 18 years ago, we slept at her cousin's house, and of course they had jealousy windows, but no screens. And they just ate me up all night. Of course, you don't sleep with a blanket on because there was no AC, right? So
yeah,
they just bit me up big time.
Wow.
So I don't know. I have A positive blood. I don't know what type yours is. Maybe it's because it was positive or something. I don't know, but
I have a negative blood.
they really like mine. Well, maybe the fact that you have negative RH factors might help you. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't help me.
They
here.
sure did like me.
It doesn't help me here, so I believe that they like my blood too.
Yeah, they'll probably like yours too.
RH negative is A negative?
Mine's A negative.
My first wife said, "Oh, my daughter, she had." I said, "Mine all positive."
What's your?
Said,
Is that what you are, Tony?
What?
What are you?
O positive. Huh?
O positive.
Oh, you're a universal donor.
Is that the most common?
Yeah.
It is. So is that what
Yeah,
the one
but
that's
I-
universal donor, huh, Gary?
Yeah,
O
I believe it is. Yeah.
I haven't donated since then because they butchered the fucking arm was all yellow and black and blue. I'm like, every time they called after that, I didn't even answer.
I used to donate because we got 4 hours off after lunch for that, so the rest of the day was free.
Oh, God.
If we went and donated blood at lunchtime, so that's what we
Yeah,
did.
here, man.
Well, after 9/11, there were so many people donating blood that the Red Cross, they had too much blood. They had to destroy some of it. I think they would have shipped it off to some other country or something.
Yeah, I think it. Well, it might have been Christian back there fucking with us. I don't know. But whoever this is gone.
Tony, did your family there ever try to get you to eat that blood soup? I think it's from pig's blood.
No.
No.
Can't make me do shit.
No,
Oh, that's
I-
one thing. That's one thing I don't. That's the only thing I don't eat on the Vietnamese thing is the clotted duck's blood.
All I think is of a chick's fucking period.
Yeah, I just saw in a video, Gary. They made it from a chicken's blood.
Oh
They
yeah.
make a soup. They
With
put
the
some garlic
But they're
onions
telling
or
you
something
that
chopped
could
up
have
in there.
that could have been period blood.
No,
Well, I
watched
saw
them.
him.
They
I saw
killed
him
the
doing
chicken.
it. I saw him doing it here with a duck, and when I was down in Mississippi, and I visited the owner's relatives down there when I was down there in 1979, and They had a duck, and they were like plucking his feathers out there. I mean, one wasn't even dead, and it was like in the
Sweet truck.
in hot water there in the sink, and they're popping the feathers out. Then they cut it and they just drain the blood into this plate,
Right. That's what they use for the soup.
and then they just let it clot in the
Yeah.
refrigerator or something.
Moonwalker says I got a sweet truck. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What color is your truck?
Gunmetal gray or something like that.
Oh, great.
I thought I'd buy something different because I see all these white ones. And now that I got that one, that's all I see.
Well,
Hey, Moonwalker, tell us who your reform candidate that won
hey, I
last
only
night
have-
was. The most
I only
popular
have,
one.
I only have a little over 1,000 kilometers in that thing. I bought it in November.
Tim Kay, in his vehicle, he has those tinted windows. He likes that because then people cannot see who's driving. They can't see it's a foreigner.
You're only allowed such and such a shade here. And if it's any more than that, then you get ticket. Yeah, and a lot of people have their windshields done and they leave an opening that they can look out of.
I'm so
But that-
surprised that so many people that ride motorbikes don't wear helmets.
Yeah, they do here. Are you kidding me? You can't get on one without one.
Oh, Tony, you get out in the
It doesn't-
province, there's no rules.
Yeah, it's in a province, but you being 6'8" or whatever it is,
Yeah.
they're gonna notice you.
Well, I'm never getting on a two-wheel vehicle. I'm going to buy a three-wheel vehicle. I'm going to buy one of those. What are they? Russo.
What, like Bud Brown had?
Yeah, like it had. Right. I had 3 seats in the back, and yeah, I like that.
Some of those you have the motor right underneath your nuts.
Well, it's like a motorcycle with a
I know, I
body
think-
and 3
They
wheels.
got 'em- they got
Tony,
'em
keep
here.
you awake.
Yeah, keeps you away.
But it's all
Sweat.
covered. It's all covered and everything. So and they're not very expensive. And there's like maybe $2,000-3,000. That's it.
5 or 8, 5 to 7 or 5 to 8.
Yeah. I think that would be a good way to
I
travel.
like having 4 wheels myself.
And what do they have? They call those things there multi-cab. A multi-cab.
That's
Right.
that's a reworked Japanese.
That's what I would get if I was there.
You know why they got those here, Gary? Because
Why?
in Japan, you're only allowed to keep your vehicle for 6 years and you gotta get rid of
Oh, really?
Yeah, they get rid of them pretty quick. So
it. Every 6 years, man, you gotta get rid of it and buy a new one in my car.
I'd like to, if I was there and I was going to buy one, I'd like to see the process of mine being made, because they have to switch the right-hand drive
Yes.
over to left-hand drive.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
So, but I'd like to see mine, being made.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
see
You know,
how
a lot
well.
They take the thermostat out of those, man, and you're always running hot. But do you imagine how many miles those motors have run? Goodness.
No, if they're coming from Japan, they might not have many at all.
Yeah, well, once they get here.
Are you self-insured, Tony? For
Yeah, I
medical?
got here's what the car dealers here do. Once you buy a car there, that salesperson's an agent, and you go to them for everything. You get in an accident, you call them. You get like 2 or 3 years of free renewal. They do it for you. Even after they're done with the free insurance or whatever the package is for 2 or 3 years, you go to them when you want to pay your insurance, you go to them.
Who is that? Who is that?
That person, the salesperson there, does everything.
It's because he bought it at a dealership.
Oh.
Yeah, it's brand new.
No, I was thinking outside of your outside of your vehicle? Are you self-insured for your health plan?
Oh, yeah, I got healthcare, but it depends who you talk to when you call them up. See, if I tell them I'm on a trip, they'll cover me. But if you're not on a trip and they check it out, well, then you're screwed. Then you're lying. You know?
You're talking your U.S. healthcare provider, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I can't use that. Either. If I were on a trip and I had a broken leg or whatever.
Right. So that's what he's asking. Do you have anything other than that? Do you have any kind of Philippine health care?
No, what it is for the Philippine part, you get like 20%. That's probably the hospital admittance fee.
Yeah.
Probably work for some shit.
So what did you pay for when you had your glasses? What did you pay when you had your uluga or whatever that was?
Well, my glasses.
That was cash?
Yeah, 11,000 peso in one and 13 on it. So they're a little bit cheaper than my. I have a pretty strong prescription. So back in America, even with insurance, I was paying $500. Here it cost me $250 to $300 and something.
Mm.
When I had my uvula removed in my throat, that little tonsil looking thing,
Oh yeah.
that was $1,200. And that was because you have to go to all these doctors and get, let me check you out, make sure you're okay for surgery. So $1,200, I couldn't get a ride back to America. So I saved myself.
Yeah, right.
Gary, do you wear glasses for vision?
I do wear glasses, but I don't wear them.
Oh.
Because
You have them.
they wear my
But
nose here.
But I
so
mean,
don't
are
wear
they
it.
prescription or just for
Yeah, I
reading?
have prescription with the VA. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I get them for the VA. In fact, last time I was there, they did say that I had the start of a cataract. And she said you could get that surgery if you want. You can see all right now, but it would make it even clearer. But I said, I'm okay. So, I'm not.
I bet you can't wait to get into that nice, moist and soft stuff when you get it.
So I'm just figuring that if I was making a doctor visit or something, it's pretty inexpensive in the Philippines. A dentist is very inexpensive.
It used to be $38 a year, but then foreigners could get the same package as the Filipinos, surgery and all that shit. It's called the Z package. They got rid of that. So instead of $38 a year, you pay $300 and some dollars a year.
Oh, is that for the Phil Health?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when somebody here has a baby, they don't pay for nothing. That's because you pay.
Okay. Well, $300 a year is not bad. I'd say.
No, well, it was 38. With all that other shit like they get, $300 some dollars a year for 20% hospital admittance. That's I'm probably gonna get it myself because I can afford to.
Well, the one thing is, if you don't have the money on you, and you have that card, it's going to get you into the hospital.
Well, you have to somebody go run to the Western Union or something. You send money to them over your phone. That's why I was telling you have a backup financial.
Well, I don't really have anybody that's going to wire me money, so.
But you never know. I know you're going to wire yourself or somebody else.
Do you have your financial institution, if they ever have to send like a verification text, does your Magic Jack handle that? Does it handle text messages?
It doesn't handle text messages, but it'll handle a call.
Because, a lot of times to verify, you are who you are, the financial institution sends you a text.
Yeah, I know.
Or you might have to choose the email option. So they'll send it to your email for verification. Because
yeah.
like if you're over there, like Tony will tell you, if you're over there and you're trying to get cash at the last way possible, and you don't have a way to receive the verification information, you're going to be stuck.
You put yourself down as a recipient of the money you send, and also whoever your lady is. You don't go telling them that, but if you need to get a period, in your life where you need to exercise that,
And
you'll
it
be
has
able.
to be exact spelling and exact middle name and all that stuff.
Yeah, so if you send money to Mary Smith, and Mary has a middle name on her government ID and it says Mary Louise, if you don't have that down, when you go to pick up the money, because you got to give them the numbers, the MTCN number, and the amount of money being picked up. And if any one of those things that don't jive, then you're not going to get it.
I noticed that.
So if you send it to yourself and you put down, you got a driver's license that has your full name, that's what you put.
And I just thought of something. I just thought of something, Gary. Wait.
It is just
About the cards you have. Have you looked at the expiration dates on your cards and how far off of that is that going to carry you?
Yeah, I have looked at that. Yeah.
I've got some viewers from.
Because remember, when those new cards come, they got to be sent to a U.S. address, right? So,
What's your name? You got.
and then you're going to have someone send that on to you, right? The physical card.
You can send some money to yourself.
No, Tony, I'm talking about your physical card that you get.
Yeah, my cards. Yeah, let me see. Actually,
I got like an ACR card.
let me see what my cards go.
See, I got that ACR, but here's the problem they have with my passport. On my passport, next to my picture, it has my first and last name, and the full name is down by the number of the passport, and it has my full name. How they are here is if that full name isn't up next to the picture, they won't deal with it, and they'll send you somewhere else. It's just that petty shit, Then you got to go to the main.
I got one that's up in 2026. Let me see when this one's up. 2027.
You got a fucking Walgreens card or something? It's got to be official.
Yeah, I got two in 2027 and one in 2026. I was also concerned about being called for like jury duty,
Oh, fucking, are you kidding? Yeah, I'm gonna fly back for that.
But they pick your name from jury duty. They pick it from your for voting registration and your from the motor vehicle. So. So I canceled my voting registration already.
Well, you can do it here, but
I still have the motor vehicle, but also I may be over the age that I can get out of that.
well, you get a better memory than Joe Biden.
Yeah, when you're 75, you don't have to serve on the jury.
You're damn near.
Because you can't sit that long without having to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, let me get my fucking bag strapped to my leg.
Yeah, you'd have to catheterize yourself, and hang the bag on the thing in front of you.
Hey, with the job I had, I was extremely opinionated. They never called me back. I had a backup one in the early 80s. Then while I had my job, I went there in the 90s, or not 90s, early 2000s. And they said, well, we'll be calling you back in 5 years. They never fucking dare do that because they know I know people. I know people.
I don't think I could catheterize myself,
No, you can't, man. They tried doing that to me in the hospital when I was in there for that brain thing. And I'm like, this chick, my shit's in fucking turtle form, man. Because I'll get this plastic tube they're trying to. I said, this shit ain't work. I said, trust me, I'll be okay in the bathroom because when you have surgery like that, your body don't like it, man. It don't like being opened up and fucked with. I was nauseous and dizzy the day I left, and I was there for a week. You know, they had one lady, one nurse, and they had a camera facing me, and her job was to look at that monitor all night long. You know, and she didn't know it, but my door was open a crack. I'm waving and shit, and you know, I could see her reaction. The guy next door was he was in there for I don't know what. He might have had a head case, but he was in his 70s, and the dude was banging his wife. The lady knocks, she goes, hey, you can't do that in here. So his wife comes out of the room with a house coat on, man, with a nightgown, you know.
You don't think the credit card company would send you the credit card to the Philippines?
You send it to the bank if you got a bank account there.
No, I won't have a bank account there.
You can have them send it to them. I wouldn't trust it, man. Bank to bank would be perfect, but you know, you're not going to have a bank account there because all you do when you have to do your taxes, maybe you got to fuck around and report how much you got in the bank here.
I don't do taxes anymore.
That's why I don't bother with it. I just get my money from $5 and I get my money immediately. I don't sweat that shit like that. I got a couple of avenues with that, so I'm good. You know, I've got.
But I'm not getting a bank account in the Philippines because I'm still keeping my bank here because that's where my Social Security goes. I'm not having it changed to the Philippines because I don't want to fill out some form every year saying I'm alive.
That's right. Like I just got done saying, $4.99 to get your cash immediately. Even less than that to wait 3 or 4 days. So if you're going to swap about $5, you probably shouldn't be anywhere.
Well, I don't want that document to get lost or anything that I have to send back to Social Security to say that it's a proof of life, you know?
They didn't want to send me, well, he didn't want to do that. They didn't want to, when I was going to the money changer place, Western Union and Remit and all that, the guy was getting pissed. He goes, I was getting $1,300 a week here and there for the construction. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's enough. They can't keep doing this. And then they must have, because they'll keep an eye on you if you're doing it. And they must have been checking because Remitly sounded, one of the money changers sent me a notice. They said, well, select one of these. Are you this, that, or that? And I'm retired. So ever since then, they don't mess with me no. Because I thought to myself, how stupid can you be? You work and retire, and you got drugged. They'll throw you in a fucking jail for a year, forever. I'm not that fucking dumb.
Yeah, right.
What time is it, man? I think it's time to go to bed. Man.
Oh, yeah, we gotta go. Well, it's real nice seeing you guys again, and I will keep in contact when I figure out how to do that.
Johnny wants the Yank to send money.
What's that?
I'll get right on there, Simon, or I'll get right on that.
Send money where?
To them. Johnny wants the snake to send money. Okay. Now you're Johnny, so you know it's John Baker, see? The Johnny. John Baker's back in the mix now with his humor that he acquired.
I think he's living in Baker's, California, isn't he?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, yeah.
Those
All right,
places used to be.
Okay.
Safe trip, and let us know. We're just curious if you're there and they're getting treated okay while you're there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I hope my girlfriend shows up and things, you know.
Tony, if you hear from Michael, tell him I said hello.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Have a good week.
All right, guys.
Okay, you too.
See you next
Later.
week.